Hello, and welcome back to ValorBound. I'm your host, Sean, and these are your adventurers. Say hi, adventurers.
Hi!
Hey, adventurers.
Look, two of you got it.
These drop out.
This is episode 2 of the Gallows series, and we're going to go through what happened on episode 1 if you missed it. If you haven't listened to
last time.
Yeah, what last week? Not even actually last week, but last week on ValorBound.
I hope that picks up.
Alright, good start. Solid start, everybody. We're doing great. So last week on ValorBound, you guys were brought, perhaps against your will, to a forest encampment where you met a dwarven captain, and you got to talk amongst yourselves and maybe make some new friends and do a little skills challenge. And right at the end of you completing the skills challenge masterfully, almost like I had underplanned it for someone that could fly, you turn around to give the key back to the dwarven captain, and he's sitting there and he's clapping and saying, "Good job, wow." And a sword comes bursting through his chest. And that is where we left off on episode 1 of ValorBound. So, diving straight back in.
Diving on in.
Dive on in.
Dive.
As you can see, I did a little editing.
Yo, huge.
Also, you haven't seen your miniature. Your miniature's right there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You can get a new one later if you want, but that's your miniature.
I needed a visual placeholder.
Better placeholder.
Everyone has
I wanna do
miniatures.
that.
Yeah, we're all miniatured up now.
And it's even size comparison.
Everyone's
Pretty
all
accurate.
nice and painted.
Wow, size difference?
Size
Yeah.
Size difference concept?
Size doesn't count here, okay?
This is the
Size
only,
doesn't matter.
the only D&D live play with size difference concept.
It doesn't matter, but I am the biggest. So,
No one's measuring, but like.
If it was a competition.
I would. Landslide.
So, taking it from where we left off, Levi, Kara. Oh, not all of you have your name tags, I see. It's fine. I know your name. Kara. It left off with you holding the key and turning around to give it to the captain. And a sword comes plunging through the captain's chest. Blood spurting. Almost hitting you guys. You guys are about, I don't know, probably 15 feet away. The blood probably goes 7 feet out of his chest, and you see a scimitar coming out of his chest. You can't see who is behind him, but you do know that someone has clearly stabbed the captain from behind. The captain is gasping at his little chest, and he's... What would you like to do? Now, you're not in initiative right now.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, no one. Okay.
I haven't got any medicines yet.
Can I see the person, the thing?
I would say the captain, I just remember the captain is a dwarf. I'm a great
Yeah.
DM, guys. The captain is a dwarf. So he would only be 4, I think I said 4, like 5 last. We're going 4.5 feet.
Yeah.
And standing behind him, about the same size, actually. If you want, you can make a check. It's going to be a very low DC. They're about the same size, so it's kind of hard to see exactly who's behind him, but whoever's looking, you can make
check?
a perception.
Yeah.
I was looking.
Oh.
I got a 10.
10, nice. That'll make it. Anything above an 8.
18.
Oh, I...
Definitely.
I definitely didn't roll an 8.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Oh, shit.
No way. Okay, well, you definitely see because you're tall as fuck.
Look at that.
I'm gonna say you see because you're perceptive. You see because you're tall as fuck. And you just see. Okay, you see Okay, Kara sees a person behind the dwarf. You see someone that you were in one of the wagons with.
Okay.
Behind the dwarf, and you see the Arakakra standing behind the dwarf with his sword
So he's
through
the
the
fucking
dwarf
bird.
captain.
So,
And as you see that, he pushes the dwarf captain off of his sword. The dwarf captain falls forward onto his knees and gasps. And the Arakakra looks at you 5, spreads its wings, and beats once and starts going into the air.
Can I cast a spell?
If you would like to cast a spell initiation.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
that's the
Initiative.
sentence, isn't it?
Initiate.
Initiative.
We're initiating.
Initiate initiation.
No.
That's the name
Initiative.
Initiative.
Initiate
We are
initiative.
in initiation right now.
of it. I'll put you in initiation.
But we're trying to go into initiatives. We got to initiate the initiative for the
We're
Initiation.
beginning the start.
initiation.
John
Of
Jacob
initiation.
Jingleheimer. No. Okay. That's our break word, dude. My safe word is John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. No.
It
You're
includes
never
the
gonna
no.
believe this.
That's my safe word too.
I can't believe that just happened. Jesus fucking Christ.
Listening is
love
my
this
safe
podcast.
word too.
Whenever I come out.
Anyway,
Alright,
so
so
fighting.
Spell.
spell. Is the wizard going to wizard?
The wizard is going to wizard.
The wizard is going to wizard.
The wizard, Eon really likes dwarfs.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I remember that
very
lore.
sad that they are now hurt. So as a just reaction without thinking, they would like to cast Magnify Gravity.
Holy shit. Okay, new spell. What's this do for me?
The gravity in a 10-foot radius sphere of my choosing, 60 feet away. I think I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
I would like to make a sphere around him, but try and exclude the dwarf if I can.
Okay, let me do some. Let's find out if you can do that. That work?
Is that you gotta make it a little bigger?
I'm going to, but
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah,
okay, that
looks
works.
good.
We're figuring it out.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Hell yeah.
This is new.
Heavy air.
Heavy and thick air.
Let me move.
Does that
him
make
up
flying
there.
easier or harder?
Yeah, like read me what the spell actually does.
On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 force damage, and its speed is halved until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
On a successful save, this creature takes half damage and suffers no reduction to its speed.
All right.
Until the start of my next turn, objects,
What's the save? It's Constitution, right?
What's the
Constitution,
DC?
Probably
Uh,
against your spell
What's
DC.
your DC?
against 12.
All right, rolling.
Uh,
Okay, Devin, check it. You can look. I just want you to prove that I rolled an 18 on the dice.
Any objects in the sphere also require strength saving throw to move.
All right, there was no object. So the bird got an 18. He's clearly
Damn.
used to difficult terrain in the air, difficult air, and
You
flies
still take,
upwards.
let's see here, 8, 9, 10, 11 and half is 5 damage.
You can tell. So how does this damage? What? Explain to me how this looks when you cast. This is the first time you're casting a spell, I think, to anyone's knowledge here. So what does this look like when you cast the spell?
There's you could have sort of seen the magic glowing in me when I cast the spell. It like the green glows brighter out of my hands, and then the air looks like heat lines because it's heavy. That's my
Yeah,
interpretation.
it does,
Heavy
and everything
gravity.
around it does it
It's
like
just, like-
sink inwards almost.
Yeah,
it's like a
everything's
mirage
pulled
effect.
down. Yeah, and it takes
The
extra strength to
diffraction
move
rating
anything.
Of the air changes.
Yeah.
Definitely. You can tell that, like, you can see that it has an effect because he had that initial lift off on the ground. If he didn't have that initial upwards momentum, he probably would have sucked right back down. But because he got that first stroke off, he does make it out of the sphere. How tall is the sphere, do you know?
10 foot.
Yeah,
It's
so
10
he's out of
foot.
that because he got 30 feet of movement. So he's out of that, but the initial hit does hurt him severely. So this bird does not look good for all intents and purposes.
And then I'd just like to finish my movement by running as
Okay.
close as I can to the door.
All right. And after that, we're just gonna roll initiative, and Adia will figure out you. I will say that was a surprise round because it was a surprise round, and Adia immediately reacted. All right. So with that, it is Limerance's turn.
Okay, so we're fighting this guy now, I guess.
That's up to you. It's just your turn.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
murdered somebody right in
trying
front of us.
Yeah, well, I don't know why. It's not my fight to suddenly get involved in. Fuck it.
That's not my fight to get involved in. Fuck it.
We ball.
We ball. Yeah, straight up we ball.
30 feet away, right?
Yeah, they are currently 30 feet into the air, right above where they were. They within range for most spells, I would say, if you're trying to do a spell or if you're doing anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you said that you ran over to the dwarf. When you got to the dwarf, he is bleeding, but not currently dead. So, just wanted to get that out of the way too.
good to know.
Yeah, but I used an action and
Yep. No worries. I was just letting you know.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hit with vicious mockery.
Okay.
I really want to hear this insult.
I'm not gonna make you do an insult every time you do it, but if you'd like to, you totally can.
Oh, you know I'm gonna hit.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, you definitely hit. So go ahead and roll your damage, and then tell me your insult, and then tell me what it looks like after you do this.
Okay.
Well, actually, roll your damage, and then tell me your insult.
Damage is 6.
Lim, finish him.
So, I'm gonna fly out just a little bit, just so he can see me and know that it's me saying this. And I'm gonna say, "You're not gonna make it far with your organs falling out of your anus, idiot."
And what does the spell look
And
like?
as I do that, I flip him a bird, and a plume of gray smoke sort of pops over at him like the explosion guy in Avatar.
Hell yeah.
And then it hits him directly in the head, and it looks like he takes in that smoke and just sort of falls delicately to the ground.
Bird-like. Smashes into the ground, body limp, with a satisfying but soft. And with that, I'm gonna say you're out of initiative.
Kara's gonna cast Healing Word on the dwarf.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and do that for me.
That is D4 plus spellcasting modifier.
That's the first kill of the game.
Yeah.
Huge. Good
One
work,
turn
good work.
combat.
I gotta throw harder shit at you. Okay, so a giant.
Alright.
Ooh.
We just start shaking the dead corpse of the bird, being like,
What are you doing?
Are you actually doing that? Okay, so is your field still up? Your mate.
yeah, I was gonna
Oh
say.
yeah, the gravity field.
It's like,
Is that a concentration spell?
Lex, what do you think this is? Is this a 1 or a 3? The dice are weird shape. This one's a hammer.
Why don't you roll a dice that's normal shape?
These are my dice. Yeah, but they're both up.
4?
One's higher than
Here
the
you go,
others.
buddy.
4.
Four.
Plus, I think plus 4.
Cool. So the wound does close up, but you do notice it doesn't fully close up. And looking at it, it doesn't look like a normal wound.
This isn't quite right.
Stabilized?
He doesn't seem like he's stabilized either, but he does look better than he did. He was literally on the brink of death a second ago. So when you cast Healing Word, go ahead and describe how that looks as well. We haven't seen your magic either.
Kara grabs her sigil of her god and closes her eyes and utters a prayer. Maynard, please spare this suffering man and save his life. And instead of normally what you might expect is some light come down from the heavens, it looks more like a wave hitting a rock, and then the ocean spray comes from her and then hits him, and then he starts to heal.
Essentially, like when it hits him too, like he was like pretty much dead. Like he wasn't even breathing at this point. And when it hits him, like a wave, he goes, almost bringing him back to life.
The opposite of drowning.
Did your sweat just reincarnate a dwarf?
Don't worry about it.
Also, just for reference, you guys would know that seeing a cleric is super rare, especially because in this world, the gods haven't spoke to civilization in 20 years. So seeing a cleric actually use their abilities and get a response, super crazy, super rare. Do whatever you want with that information.
I think like Lix will just kind of give like
I
a
am
low
very
whistle.
skeptical of clerics, as always.
I think Lix will kind of give a low whistle and just be like, "Don't see magic like that these days."
What the fuck was that?
Cleric, I think.
I am a cleric, yes.
Anyway,
I drop the bird and just stare at him.
So wait, okay, so you were actually you were over there shaking the bird, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. You never told me if your
Questioning the dead bird.
field, if
Feathers.
your field dropped.
It doesn't say.
I'm assuming it's it's a
Yeah, so it's up to you if it drops or not. Because right now, Ron Harag would be in the field. That's why I was asking. To shake the bird, you'd have to be in the field.
I mean, if I can drop it, I will. It just says duration 1
Yeah.
round.
Yeah, then it'd be gone. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. So you never mind. You just you are picking up this corpse and shaking it aggressively. What are you screaming?
I'm just like, why did you do that? Why are you stabbing the captain?
You guys see Ron Harag, a towering Goliath, shaking a 4-foot bird corpse.
I'm gonna walk over to him and I'm gonna tap him on the arm or whatever I can tap him on. I don't know our height difference. Hey there, big guy. Mind if I take a look at this?
I just dropped them.
The bird again crumples to the ground in a soft.
I want to look through his body to see if I can find anything of importance.
We'll get back to you in 1 sec. What were we saying?
Dwarf Captain is still alive, right?
They are breathing.
And we're kind of doing a bit out here. So I'm gonna go get help, I think. Because we got this wall here.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to fly over that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
All right. We'll go back to you in 1 second. Let's just say you get to the top of the wall. You
Yep.
take off, fly to the top of the wall. It's about, 45 feet up. You get there, no problem. Easy. We'll get back to you in 1 sec. You are looking through the Arakocra's body, correct? Yeah. On the body, you do notice the sword that stabbed the captain. Other than that, it just looked like normal fighter items, like poor fighter items. But you also notice that tucked into his coat, there is a sigil there.
Okay. Do I recognize the sigil or not?
You can roll history check if you'd like.
I'm not too good at that.
I got pretty good at history,
but
I think. Yeah. I got like 3 in there.
10.
A 10?
Yeah.
So you know that you've seen something like this sigil popping up in recent years. You don't know exactly what it is or what it stands for, but at its base, the sigil, kind of like describing it, looks like 3 interconnected flames. Almost like, you guys know, like the Fire Nation flames? Like that. It kind of looks like that from Avatar The Last Airbender.
Fire Nation.
Whoa! Can I turn and ask Ron Huron if you recognizes
Yep,
at all?
and then after you ask him, after this conversation, we'll go back to Lim. God damn it, dude, I'm sorry. Get a different name.
Nat 20.
on what were you rolling for?
History.
Okay.
To check
You know that this is a new-ish organization. You saw them out in the town that you were in, Colfell, the small town where you fought the bear.
Yeah.
You saw that there was people from this organization going around talking to the villagers there before the Dawnspire came in, and they were almost preaching against the Dawnspire, saying, these are bad people, we're here to help you guys, but they were pushed out of town pretty quickly. They seem like a relatively new organization that hates the Dawnspire.
Gotcha. I basically give the gist of that.
Awesome.
Flashing back to Lim on the tower, give me a perception check, please, to look over and see what you see.
Okay, 14.
Yeah, no, not a problem. You definitely, it's just you looking over. Basically, I think that you just land on top of the a palisade or whatever it's called, and you look over the edge to see the camp. The camp is eerily quiet. You see that there is one... that the male elf that you rode the wagon with has clearly barricaded the kitchen door, and you hear yelling from inside the kitchen door, and he is currently just stacking things in front of it to try to keep what you only can presume would be all the guards that were in the fortress in there. And then if you want, you can give me another perception check to see if you can see any further from that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that.
This is gonna be a higher DC.
That one's 13.
Okay. I would say in the distance you do hear muffled yelling. It's getting slightly darker out. You got here late afternoon. Sun's starting to set, and I don't know if do you have dark vision?
I do not.
Okay, so yeah, that would make sense then. You wouldn't be able to see fully in the distance. You do see a couple shapes moving around, and you hear muffled yelling in that distance. But you can definitely see an elf man barricading what you presume to be all the guards in the fortress into the tavern. And do what you want with that information. We're going to flash back to the others.
Kara is going to attempt to stabilize the dwarf captain now that she's saved him from the brink of death.
All right, give me a medicine check.
12.
12. What are you doing to try to stabilize him? Tell me about what you're doing.
I'm going to... what kind of clothing is he wearing?
He's got, chain armor with just, leather underneath, a gambeson underneath, and then, just normal clothes on top of that.
Yeah, I'm going to cut pieces of cloth, whether it's just from his gambeson or if I can't get to it from my own, clothing, and stuffing the wound on either side to stem the bleeding.
So when you're stuffing the wound, you feel you're putting in the gauze or whatever, the ripped up stuff. You're stuffing it in, and every time you stuff it in, it feels like the gauze shifts and more blood comes out, no matter how much you pack it. And if you want, you can look a little closer to see what's going on with that.
Yeah, I'm
Give me
gonna
an
investigate.
investigate check, yeah.
Wow, my highest roll in 2 sessions would be a 13.
So you can definitely tell that there is something more than just a wound at work here. Looking closer, there's some kind of like inky, not inky, like an ashen blackness in the wound, and that seems to be what's preventing you from closing it with the gauze.
I yell over to Lix and Ron Haran. Hey, can you guys come help me with this? He's not stabilizing as I think he should. Something seems to be wrong with the wound. Have you guys seen anything like this?
You hear yelling from down below.
Okay.
I roll to see if I know what it is. What is that going to be?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Okay.
I can also roll for that.
What is Eon during all this?
Is a 16.
Jesus Christ.
We'll come back to you guys. I just want to see what because we haven't heard from Eon in a minute. So
Yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like Eon would also want to help, but not understanding probably.
the physiology of like dwarves.
just
Okay.
not
Yeah. Just
knowing
however you want to help. Let me
what's
know.
Going on.
You rolled a 16 for what?
Investigation on what the black ink is.
Yeah, so you can definitely tell that inherently this is some kind of magical effect. That you wouldn't know more than that, but you know that this is magical and it's clearly not allowing the wound to close.
Right. This isn't going to be healed by regular means. I've seen something like this before, and I'm gonna just guess most people probably die. Like,
You would know that on average you've seen this probably 1 or 2 other times in just traveling. You've seen wounds like this before inflicted on people in power, and they do not recover. You've never seen anyone recover from a wound like this.
right? Okay. Honestly, I'd give up on this one. I've seen it before, and he
Is
will
he-
not make it.
Can we ask him questions? Is he conscious?
He is conscious and he's breathing heavily. He's sweating profusely. And with that, we're gonna flash back to Lim.
Okay. Not being trusting of elves in the first place, and thinking that they're weak of will, I have a feeling this elf isn't alone, and I'm not gonna run in there and try to fight this thing by myself. So I'm gonna fly over to the corner of this tower here, and I'm gonna let everybody know that we're not getting any help. Something's wrong. Whatever just happened to our captain is about to happen to everybody in this fort.
You hear that from above you on the palisade.
We need to do something. Even if it's just running away.
I would like to ask the captain questions.
Yeah. He reaches out his sweaty palm to you to do the handshake.
Yeah, I do the handshake with him, and I ask him like, how can we help? You know, there's nothing we can do to save you. Do you have any last wishes or?
He smiles at you and he says, "That's okay. I'm old anyways, and I knew the Dawnspire had enemies. Take this." And he reaches into his like chainmail and he pulls out a compass and he hands it to you.
I take it, and I say, what do I do with this?
I have I have a brother. He lives in River Run. I need you to go there. He manages the bar. He's friends with the mayor. You need to tell him what happened here.
I will do that.
Thank you. And then, like, as he expires, the wound, like, starts pouring ash out onto the ground, and he slowly dissolves into a pile of ash in front of you.
What the fuck?
You're watching this from above. Yeah, that's all you see from above is that.
What?
I've
I
never
thought he
seen this
got
before.
stabbed.
Told ya.
God, that's awful.
I'm gonna hum a little tune under my breath.
Give me a performance check.
Oh,
What kind of tune is it?
not a good one. Not a good one. Maybe Yeah. We don't need to know. But it's out of tune star lingo. It's okay.
It's like atonal, like.
Yeah.
So yeah, you all see that, and then from the fort, Lim, you hear more shouting, and the fort is getting darker. The sun is setting. You don't have dark vision, but in the far corner of the fort, you do see torches start to light up.
We need to go. It's about to get far too fun here.
I would like to take the sword off of the bird dude that magically stabbed the dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So descriptive.
It is a scimitar. If you want to write this down, it is a scimitar.
Next time, can we pick swords that humans can spell? Thank you.
SC.
I am
Shit.
scimitar.
Are we fighting or are we running?
I
I
think
mean-
I've made it clear.
Can you tell how
several
many
times.
people there are?
More than I could count with my hands.
There is perhaps a way for me to get information out of these people.
How
Which
long does it
people?
take?
What people?
In the distance, you see 3 torches. By the way,
Only 3?
only 3.
Okay.
There's
Yeah, you take
torches.
like
Wait.
take 3 people.
The elf man does not have a torch currently.
Okay, so
you
there's
see
3 torches
3
approaching the elf.
Yep.
So-
They're not approaching the elf. They're in the. You can't see, but like in the corner.
Okay.
Yeah, but next to the other palisade. Yeah, there's 3 torches over there.
Can I ask the DM to put the map in night mode?
Yeah. Sun is setting, so there's still sun, but it's getting harder to see if you don't have dark vision.
Dusk.
How high is the wall?
I said
About 40
45.
feet.
45 feet. Okay, that's
A little too
Pretty-
high.
You do know
Oh,
that you
tall.
came in through the front gate. There we go. It's like there we go. That's what I wanted. Perfect. All right. It's about that amount of daylight is on, so it's getting harder to see. You can still see.
Okay. Yeah.
Lix, what are you trying to do? How long does it take?
I'm going to walk back over to the aircocker's body, stare down on it, at it, and then slowly you start to see Lix's skin just kind of like shift unnaturally, and feathers kind of start coming out, and slowly but surely you see his body turn to look exactly like this aircocker.
Oh.
If anyone who well, I'll just say I would say that changelings are not entirely common. They're not super rare, but they're decently uncommon, and it's even more uncommon to watch them transform. So this
I
is
think
probably
I-
the first time any of you
Yeah.
have seen that.
I'm
It's just
not
fucking
gonna
disgusting.
Probably
lie.
you. You
I
probably have
think
seen it.
I throw up a little bit.
How gross is this
Give me
transformation?
a Constitution check to see if you throw up. Yeah, fuck it. Everyone, give me a Constitution check because I mean, is this a gross process? Or is it more magical?
I like in my brain it's a little nasty. Like,
Okay,
it's a
yeah, then
little
everyone give me a
gross.
Constitution check.
Like it is kind of magical, but you do kind of like see
14.
things kind of moving.
14, you're fine.
unnaturally.
7.
You throw up.
Yeah, I definitely was
If you didn't get
not.
over 10, you throw up.
I got 19.
Yeah, you two are fine. You're hardened,
Ooh.
but Star Child over
I'm a
here.
little baby.
I've never seen this before.
I pat on your back as you're puking.
Hold the hair.
It's definitely glowing a little bit, the throw up.
Is it food?
All right, so you have become this Arakakra.
Yeah.
Now, when you transform, you do not take their clothes or
No,
anything.
I was
right?
gonna steal them off of his body.
Okay. I was just confirming because I
To
didn't
be
know.
fair, he wasn't hurt by any projectiles or stabbing.
So you just
Yep.
like transform and then just like drop trow. You're just like everybody's
Does it look like you've done this a lot?
everybody's like throwing up. and
Yes,
you're
it
just like
very much looks like I've done this a lot.
Question.
Like this is just like a normal Tuesday for fucking Legs.
That's even worse. Like,
Yeah.
Concern.
What's up,
He is
Beyond?
so casual about it.
All right, so you have pretty much completed the transformation, I would say.
Mhm.
Give me a perception check to see if you notice any imperfections.
14.
Yeah, so you notice that you are missing at least one thing that the Arakakra had.
Sword.
Eon has the sword in their hands.
I hand it over.
I was gonna say, if you rolled low and went in there without the sword, dude. Just, hey guys, what's up?
we could act as prisoners. I mean, one person taking on 5 people might be a bit much, but a couple of us could hide.
Compatriots?
Let's just say I'm not hiding.
Co-conspirators?
Nobody else knows us. That's why I thought prisoners at first, but I was like, wait, one person.
You all start to hear muffled yelling. To you, it's more clear, but you guys hear muffled yelling, sounding angrier.
Whatever we're going to do, I think we have to do it now.
I'm gonna try and hide. Are there trees? Are those trees are just cut down
Those are
trees?
cut down. You're on a cliff face, essentially. Right?
Yeah, there's nothing to conceal us.
What would you guys like to do? What's your plan?
I'd like to, from where I'm at,
Mhm.
I want to come over here and I want to see if there's any way to get in on the outside, like if they could like sort of traverse the cliff here to get into this area where all these guards are.
So when you were in the kitchen, you noticed that it was pretty much just like a literal, just like wooden, like room with no windows and nothing. It was just function only. And then on top of it, it's just like there's nothing on top of it. You know what I mean? It's just like a shack, pretty much. One way in, one way out.
There appears to be
I
a
know.
trap door.
I'm aware. I'm using a map that I found online.
I think our best idea is to use you almost as a distraction, and then we just jump everyone. But
Also, just so you guys are aware, Lim has no idea what you're talking about. You are on the ground conversing with yourselves.
You
are by
see-
yourself. So we're gonna do this in two. Unless you're gonna find a way to converse, we're gonna do this in two separate ways. So Lim, what are you doing?
After noticing that there is no way for them to get in, I'm just going to concede that they'll have to use the front entrance. So I'm going to fly back over to the changeling. Where are you?
I'm back yonder. I'm supposed to be over by the bird.
I like how we all collectively started calling it the bird because
The
I keep
bird.
forgetting how to pronounce Aarakocra. So I'm like the bird.
That's just so much less syllables.
the bird. Also flipping him the bird while he's a bird. Peak content. Peak content. Actually, you know what?
Beak content.
You know what? You get inspiration for that.
Yeah.
Do you know what inspiration does?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it changes game to game, so just so we're all on the same page. Inspiration, I allow you to roll advantage on one check of your choice. So.
Cool.
It does not carry from game to game, so you have to use it this game if you want to use it.
This session?
Yeah, this session.
Okay. You're the only one that's going to be able to go in there without setting off any alarms. Do you feel confident?
Yes.
Okay. Does everybody else feel confident in the changeling?
I just watched something change before me. Sure. I'll take the
I've liked you so far.
yeah.
This wouldn't be the first time. It won't be the last.
I have concerns.
Okay. Do you have like a bag or something?
I think I do have a bag.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to join Lix in infiltrating, just like hiding in a bag, or maybe like under his robe or something in the wings.
Okay. You said you're 2'7". You're a small creature.
Pretty small, yeah. I
And
can
Eric
curl
Cockers
up.
are like 4'7". I said was this guy. Be kind of tight.
It would be tight, yeah.
I'll allow it for a pretty high stealth check.
Stealth?
I mean, I feel like that's what if you're trying to stealth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Can I help them, like, with the stealth?
Yeah,
Or-
you got
Yeah.
you get advantage in this roll because you're
Yeah.
getting helped.
Okay. So
Cocked.
should I reroll
Reroll that,
Okay.
yeah.
We got caught in the corner. Okay, 15 plus 4. 19.
And you get to roll again too because you
Yeah.
have advantage. So
16, 20, yeah.
Dirty
dirty 20.
Dirty
All right,
20.
for a
Dirty
dirty
20.
20, I'm gonna allow it. Explain to me how you settle into hiding.
Okay. Before I get into the bag, I am going to put a hand on Lix's shoulder and say, "This is going to be the performance of a lifetime," and use my second bardic inspiration for the day.
What does your bardic inspiration look like? Does it have a special cool effect that happens, or does it just feel? Did they just feel better?
The person who I am using it on can see a sort of light to go around the pupils of my eye, like I'm giving them something, but nobody else can.
Okay.
Cool.
To them,
That's
I'm just
sick.
like saying something nice.
You feel
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great
feel
right
great.
now.
All right, so you are in the bag somehow. Dirty
Yeah,
20.
yeah.
Hell yeah. D&D, baby.
just really shoved you in there.
Get the bag.
How
The
did
bag
you
is
go?
kind of stretched.
I think
Yeah.
like we
Is
also
it like a backpack?
strategically kind of like put the feathers over, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Airco
Try to work
wings.
it out.
I set the DC in my head at 15, so you guys made it. You made it on the first roll. So.
Somehow it works.
Yeah, like, God wanted it to happen. All right, so you two are going to go do that. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm going to accompany them towards the gate because being near the gate seems like a good place to be.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I can like scale the wall at this point. So
If you do, you can try an athletics check if you'd like to. I'm not gonna say no. It's all on you.
It is made out of just, logs.
yeah,
Well,
I
Probably
don't think
plenty
I
of
can climb it.
handholds.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's 45 feet of just pure.
Well, it's not
log.
straight. They're gonna have like knots from branches.
Yeah,
that
I
have
said
been
it was
cut
built
off
with the
and-
forest around it, so like it uses like rough logs and rocks.
It's not impossible.
Think like
You said-
Fort
you made-
Lincoln Logs.
Yeah, you said
style.
when I said that you said popsicle sticks. Sorry. Last episode. Flashback. Insert last episode.
Nah, I think I'm just gonna wait by
I-
the front gate for like.
Yeah, I'm thinking the two of us go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we try to draw attention elsewhere.
Yeah.
And as we sort of draw attention wherever it is, away from the front entrance, that's when the three of you slip in.
Yeah.
As you guys walk in, I'm going to cast guidance on Lix.
Wait, we're not there yet, so
Yes, but
let's.
when that happens,
And Eon has not told me what they are doing.
Trying to cover myself in mud so I glow less.
you know
Alright,
what?
The
That's-
predator strike.
That's pretty
Give
impressive.
me a,
I didn't think they were this
nature
self-aware.
check. Give me a nature or survival check. Yeah, give me a survival check or nature check.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Bad. It's not going well.
I feel like you're trying to cover yourself in mud, but you're just grabbing grass
It's dirty.
and like
Yeah.
fucking.
There's no
packing-
mud.
I just look dusty now.
You guys are seeing this. If anyone would like to help, you are more than welcome. But
That
they are
was
struggling.
That was a 9.
Not great.
Yeah, no.
I will grab some mud.
If I move, this bag will explode.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. You are literally in a backpack. You've seen like those corgis on the internet that like get shoved in backpack. That's you right now.
So what is this plus? Like an athletics?
what are you trying to do?
Investigation or nature survival.
Oh, to
Help cover
Help with
you.
mud.
it'd be-
You can just cover me. You got some cloth,
Oh, you
a
guys so
backpack.
fucking bad at this. Okay, you are.
I can't
all
put mud on people.
Yeah, you are struggling. It's even funnier because canonically, Tom's character Ronarog is like an artist, like has like tattoo proficiency, but you can't figure out how to pack mud on someone.
You have to have the skin clean in order to tattoo.
All right, so two of you together, I'm just gonna give it to you. You get the
I
mud.
was like,
on.
can I just like,
I'm-
give them like
I
my
just-
clothes I took off?
Yeah,
and, like,
I'm gonna
cover
pick
yourself?
up your clothes
There-
off the
yeah, that's what
ground
happened.
and wrap myself with
Yeah.
the clothes.
I'm gonna throw like the worst baseball pitch of mud, like just like.
All right, so you're covered. You're not glowing. You're not glowing anymore.
Yeah.
You're covered.
So since I'm not glowing anymore, I'm gonna follow the sneaking party behind the door.
All right. Well, let's move the map and figure out where we're gonna go. Give me one sec. All right. Does that work for everyone?
Yeah.
Is there somebody above?
There's a body there. He wasn't supposed to be there, but since I accidentally left the token there, I'm just gonna say that's a body.
This is you, right?
You know. Yeah, that's me.
The guy that was making the soup, that's his body. You see that as you go
man,
in.
not the soup, man.
Oh, man.
I forgot his name, but he had a name.
Oh, the
Never
soup-
even
Not
got to
John
try
Soup.
it.
Not John Soup!
The soup guy's dead. This is how I find out the soup guy's dead.
I think it was actually Stu, too. I'm just fucking.
We
Whatever.
never
No,
got
I'm
to-
DMing.
Not John Stew.
John
Stu.
Soup Stew. John Suppenheimer Smith.
It's gonna be all the NPC names now.
All right, so you guys are making your way downtown. Quite
Walking
literally.
fast.
Entering the fort for the second time. This time is a little different than the first time, obviously. It's eerily quiet. It's approaching dusk quickly. The sun is fading over the horizon. It's almost beautiful. If you were coming here at any other time, you would think that it's beautiful because the sun is coming down perfectly like over the cliff where the fort is stationed. So it looks like the last rays are like casting over the fort. And you can see it is just eerily quiet, except for one elf male in the corner stacking shit against the door, whatever he can find. It looks like he's broken apart. Some of the tables are clearly broken apart, and he's stacking them in front of the door. And you can hear pounding from the inside of the door. In the corner, you see torches lit. The orc, the human male, and Lydia all searching frantically through the tents and the supplies, and then one of the wagons is back as well.
Okay.
That is what you see. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna saunter in as casually as possible.
I have given you guidance. At
Yes.
This point.
I would say when you get to about halfway through, they notice you.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
not trying to be sneaky, right?
No. No.
And they notice you, and they go, "Hey, did you get rid of the captain?"
Yes, it is done.
Good. Give me a performance check. Or wait, actually, you choose deception,
Deception,
performance.
please.
Yeah, your choice. Either deception or performance. I feel like both are valid here. Don't forget you have guidance.
Oh, I know.
And bardic inspiration.
I do. Thanks for reminding me. Keep me honest. Keep me honest, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family. How bad was it?
1.
Oh.
Okay.
What are your rules on crit fails?
I mean, for role playing, there's no like hard and fast rules. It's kind of up to my discretion.
Okay.
But I will say that they are looking at you incredulously. That word. That
don't
one.
believe you.
Incredulously.
Incredulous. Apparently, I can't say that word. I've lost the ability. I rolled a nat 1. I'm trying to pronounce that word. Cheers.
I'm like looking around the corner like, he's a terrible actor.
And I like just said I do this all the time.
Yeah. And they're looking at you and they go, "Don't you usually fly places?"
I injured the wings in the process. It's
Ooh, that was not good roleplay either.
The orc.
It's not supposed to be good. I rolled a 1.
Come up with the best plan. We're like, what? That's the way.
The orc looks at you and starts walking towards you aggressively.
I'm gonna hold my ground.
He gets right up next to you.
I'm gonna let this play out, but I'm just gonna ready my weapons just in case.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like looking kind of around and just be like, all right, this is going south immediately. Like,
You guys see the orc sauntering up to Lix and Lim.
Can I ready an action?
Tell me what you'd like to ready and what the action is, and what the trigger is.
The trigger
Wait, you don't have to tell me the action. You got to tell me the trigger.
The trigger is they swing at Lix.
The name tags are working.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw the receipt. They were great ideas. Thank you. Okay, so that's you have an action readied for that. The rest of you, Runarada has drawn your weapon.
Yep, I have drawn my weapon, and I am also readying an action.
Okay. To help with Lix's deception, I'm going to use Druidcraft and try to summon the smell of sweat and blood so that Lix smells like he was injured and in a fight to try
Okay.
to trick the orc.
All right.
Orcs.
So what we're gonna do here
Mm.
is a contested check. So you're gonna roll deception again, and he's gonna roll insight, and we're gonna see what happens. So yeah, he comes. So this massive orc that was previously fighting Raharog comes sauntering up to you aggressively and looks down at you and sniffs. Okay, I need someone to look at this.
No way.
Oh, hell no.
yeah,
Is it a nat 20?
Did you get a nat? Oh, fucking
Yes.
wizard.
Mother-
Yes, it was a nat
I
20.
love how
Can I try to
best
beat it?
way to do it.
What is that? Explain to me what you'd like to do. I'm curious.
Just roll higher than
I'll tell you what. I'll give you one free roll. If you somehow hit a 20 on this one, you win. You
I was
get
just
away
gonna
with
use
it.
all the dice available to me at this current moment.
Come
This is
on.
for free. This is just for flavor at this point. The stakes are high.
God just feels.
Oh, no way! No way! Holy shit! Oh my god! Fuck!
Let's fucking go!
Let's go! Yeah! Okay, shit!
All right.
Performance of a lifetime.
People are gonna think that's not real.
I swear to you, I fucking swear to you, I rolled that 20.
With my own
Can we
eyes.
can we show it to a camera?
I got a 20, and you got a 20. And then the dice kiss. The orc looks down at you and you can tell that he does not believe that something is amiss. This orc knows that something is amiss and something is wrong, and he's looking at you. He takes a big whiff, and the second he takes a big whiff, he smells you. And by you, I mean the bird that he knows, that he's been traveling with. And he smells and he goes, ugh, you still smell like shit. And then from the back, you hear Lydia yell, get back over here! We still need to find it! And he turns back around and huffs back in that direction. Gunk, 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 gunk. And you see him start searching one of the tents.
All right.
I think it
they're
is.
obviously looking for something.
I think it's time for us to sneak into the fort now. We can't really do much from over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say they seem kind of preoccupied, so could probably sneak in at least a little bit easier. I don't have the best stealth score, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I happen to
You
be
do?
giant, so I have to wait for an opportunity if we want to stay stealthy.
Still have to distract that elf too.
I can't. I want to whisper to
Run.
Ron Huron and Kara that I could just blind them.
I'd like to know a little bit more about what's going on first. Get as much information as we can.
You can just blind people?
I mean, not.
Rock is real for that. Inspiration. Boom.
Holy fuck!
No, it's real for that. Real honest reaction. You get inspiration.
I mean, it's always been temporary before.
What? No, you just...
What does that even mean?
Doggy, what now? You hear them crashing through some of the supplies that you had brought in the caravan. Sounds like they're looking for things. You do hear Lydia go, it's gotta be somewhere! Hazel! The elf looks. Are you almost done over there? Almost done, boss. Hurry up!
I'm gonna walk over there. I'm gonna remind me what we're looking for.
Are you talking to... Who are you talking to? Who you
Let's
are
talk to
in control-
Superstar Lydia.
Superstar
Superstar
Lydia.
Lydia.
Alright,
Did they
so...
just call Lydia boss?
So Waka, you move your little guy over to Lydia. You approach Lydia, and as you approach Lydia, the human steps in front of you and goes, "Hey, not too close. You know the rules."
My apologies.
All right. He goes back to searching a barrel that was next to him.
I guess I'll just, since he already just went and spoke to me, I'm gonna lean over. Remind me what we're looking for again.
Like you're trying to hide it from Lydia.
He looks at you and goes, "You're so fucking stupid."
Fucking bird brain, I know.
That's why we gave you that nickname. And he punches you in the shoulder. Roll me a deception check with advantage. 'Cause that was pretty funny. Bird brain, it was good.
14.
All right. He goes, "Come on. You know what we were sent here for? Think." He looks at you like, he doesn't want to say it. He's like, "She's right there. I can just
Whisper it. Just fucking whisper it.
You know, we're here to get Arcanite."
Oh, fuck, you're right.
So help us fucking look before she kills us. And then he goes back to searching.
Where haven't we looked yet?
Oh my god! You had to sneak in during this process.
We'll flash back to that. What are you three doing during this horrible?
Top tier roleplaying.
Everyone's distracted.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Killing
It's
it.
memorable if nothing else.
Honestly, I'm having a great time.
I'm distracted. Like,
What is
Side note, DM.
Yeah.
Would I know if detect magic detects Arcanite?
Yes, it does. You would know. I mean, it detects anything magical, and Arcanite is inherently magical. So yes, you would know.
Okay. Cool. That was it.
Sweet.
Can other people see detect magic? Does anyone know offhand? What does it say on
Generally,
it?
no.
I don't think it's.
It doesn't
I
have
was
I
to
think
here.
it's like Aquaman. Like,
I
kind of-
see
Yeah.
a faint aura around any visible creature
Yeah.
or object that bears magic.
It's a magical
And I know
sonar.
the school of magic.
Okay.
It can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by a foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or
Superman
3
rules.
feet of wood or dirt.
So it is
Superman
sonar
rules.
rules.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
It's straight up submarine sonar rules. Like,
Yeah. If it's too hard to echolocate through, it's probably I can't see it.
The orc gets done crashing through this tent and moves on to the next one.
I'm gonna work on sneaking on in. My big ass.
Okay.
Sneaking on in.
You know what? They're distracted, so they're gonna roll at disadvantage. Actually, you can roll with advantage.
I feel like this is against their passive perception.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let you roll with advantage here to sneak in.
Sneak on in.
Just sneak it.
Sneak
Sneak
it,
it,
boy.
1/2 foot tall.
Don't you have what kind of armor do you have?
Oh shit! I have chainmail on.
Yes, you have disadvantage on stealth checks, correct?
So they'd
Yep.
just be regular
Scale
attack.
mail also has.
So you just have regular.
disadvantage.
You just get a regular check
Yep.
then.
Oh,
I'm gonna go
God.
first. Can I
Everyone,
stealth first?
yeah, I was gonna say everyone who doesn't have chainmail and is not a giant.
I'm gonna
dude-
share your
That's
little-
the one of them.
I'm gonna share this.
Let's see what you get.
17.
At this point, seeing you being, accepted by your group, I'm going to drop guidance on you and give guidance to myself.
Do you have a certain amount of times you can use guidance per day, or
It's
is it
cantrip.
Just... Oh, okay, cool. I don't see.
Guidance
I don't know
is-
you guys' characters.
It
so-
is
Guidance is
entirely
cracked. It's
free.
so
So
I
good.
know,
yeah.
It's so good. Yeah.
Fuck clerics, they're stupid. DM note here. Fuck clerics.
Druids use guidance too.
You know,
Fuck druids.
I took detect
Fuck
magic because I
magic.
figured someone
Um,
should have it.
Okay,
I
so
have it as a
you
ritual.
you're going to get
Is
in.
it 10 minutes?
Yeah.
You're going to get in. You can move. I would say up to at least one of the corner. Not the corner. Okay, if you move to the corner with the horse, you will have to use a animal handling check to not spook the horse. But if you move to the other corner, you get there for free. That seems fair.
Can I go on the stairs?
Anything on this side is going to spook the horse, specifically to you because you're otherworldly,
Okay. Let's go. Let's.
or it has a
go
potential to spook a horse.
You can always go that way though.
Here? How many feet is that? 30?
You're not in initiative, so you can just move.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go here. For sure.
Well, I can't see where you gotta just move your
I got
person.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, I'm playing a
I-
completely different game than you guys.
Yeah.
I would say I did say that you're gonna have to roll an animal handling check though if you get any closer to that horse.
Yeah. Any close?
Okay, and then so you're there, and then you drop guidance on yourself,
Yep.
or you drop guidance on Licks and give it to yourself.
Yep. And I'm going the opposite direction.
Over to decide.
Yep.
Roll me a stealth check still.
Wow.
I can't see it.
Best roll ever.
Good
Holy
roll.
shit.
Good roll.
17.
Yeah, you make it there. Almost. It's almost like you just walk. You're walking through, and you notice that they have broken pretty much every crate, barrel, everything, all the way over to there. You do. When you look back at the gate, you can see the body of John Stuman up on the the ledge.
Poor Stuman.
Would we be able to hear them? We don't know what they're looking for, though, right?
Crock of
Only Licks does.
I would assume yes.
Are
And
y'all
then
hiding behind stuff, by the way? Just curious.
And,
I'm
yeah, we're
behind
moving in
stairs.
a stealthy.
I'm behind these stairs.
Because
You
at
want
this
some
point,
cover,
y'all are in a
probably.
good spot that I could just try to yell from the front gate to kind of get them.
To
I don't
try
have
and,
good
surround
advantage
'em?
on stealth, so I think
Well,
that
neither do I.
Okay, so what we're
just
gonna
getting
do.
people to run that way.
We'll
and then
flash
have,
back to you
like-
in 1 sec. I want to flash to Lim real quick. You are in a bag right now. You can't move. But what are you thinking right now? What are you doing? Where's your mind at?
I'm focusing on my breathing. I have been listening to this fuck disguised as a bird fumble every fucking sentence, and I am just like waiting. I'm making sure that I can feel the warmth of a body next to me and that he's not fucking dead, so I don't get thrown in a river like a sack full of kittens.
Awesome. Okay, with that,
I promise he's supposed to be good at this.
with that, you hear. That's what I thought. You hear the orc crack through the top of a barrel and go, "Whoa!" And you guys everyone are that's in the fort currently, so everyone excluding Ron Harag, because you're not in the fort. You see from the top of the barrel some light come out, and he turns towards Lydia and goes, "Boss! Boss, I think I found it!" And Lydia runs over and looks at it and goes, "Good! Good! Put it in the cart."
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Yeah, you can go ahead and cast Detect Magic. How far away do you have to be to use that?
30 feet of me.
I'll
get a sonar ping.
Let me see what's 30 feet of you, because I don't think you're within 30 feet. That is 60 feet away from you.
Well, I have it for 10 minutes. So
Okay,
I have
but
it
you do
on.
cast it. Okay, so around you, who's around you? I would assume Kara's within 30 feet. No, you are also too far away. Okay, so
Anything magical
pretty far
within
out.
30 feet of me?
nothing magical within 30 feet of you. Sorry about that.
Can
Normal
I
ass
do
horse.
an animal handling
Slower.
check to try and sneak up to the horse?
Before you do that, I want to. The orc is going to pick up
That's fair.
the barrel and start to move it. I don't even know where I left the barrel. Sorry. Oh, there it is. I put the wrong barrel. And then we'll flash back. You see this orc pick up a barrel and start to walk towards the cart, and then you also hear from the corner Hazel go, "Done, boss!" And Hazel is the elf. And Lydia go, "Good! Light it up." And you see the elf take out a torch and throw it onto the barricade that he was making. And you start to see fire spreading across the tavern. And with that, we'll flash back to Ron Harag. It sounded like you wanted to do something, and then we'll, if anyone wants to do anything, let me know. Whoever wants to do something first.
Right. Well, shit. I should probably at least get in so I'm not like a million feet away.
Yep.
All right. Are y'all two still in stealthy
Yes.
places? Okay.
Well,
Stealthish enough places that they're not gonna notice you. Okay.
I'm moving from box to box.
Right.
Like,
Oh shit!
That was a little too much.
wow, that's cool. For those of you on the audio podcast, Sean has put fire on the screen.
I paid money for my things, so I'm gonna use them.
Yeah.
The fire slowly starts to engulf the shed, and you hear gas screaming inside of what you can only presume is all of the guards starting to burn alive. And you see Hazel looking into the fire menacingly, mouthing something, and then start to walk back towards Lydia. And then at this point, I would say that the orc has put the barrel onto the cart. Lydia is at the cart, looking into the barrel.
Are we in initiative?
Not yet. You know one has attacked or done anything. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just figuring out where to charge because I'm either going right for the carriage or right for that.
The fire is spreading relatively quickly,
Seeing-
as fire does in a wooden fortress.
And
Right.
the wood is dry. It is not newly built.
Yeah.
I am going to be
Can I-
making for the fire.
If
Can
anybody
I make
can
it all
stop-
the way with a sprint to try to just bust the door down?
Give me
a
1
crash.
minute, because if we're gonna do that, we're gonna have to roll initiative.
starting with the
Yeah.
crash
Yeah,
out. That's
I was
what
gonna
an awesome
say-
start to a fight.
And I also said that this guy moves, so I'm just trying to move him, but everything is grouped right here. So give me a sec, because it was easier just to group everything. I said he started to move back. Okay, cool. That is about where they would be. And then if that's what you'd like to do, roll me some initiative, everybody. All right. So starting with Lim.
7.
Are you adding your dexterity modifier to that?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. 7 and Lix.
8.
God damn, guys. 8. Kara.
6.
6. Ronrog.
20 nap.
Nat 20.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
So this is the first time this has happened. So in this campaign, anytime you roll a nat 20 on initiative, you automatically get to go first. But you can also give your initiative bonus to anyone else.
Oh.
So I think I don't know what your initiative bonus is. Is it like a +2 or something?
Is it off dexterity?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's
So
plus
you
two,
can
yeah.
give +2 to anyone else, and I'll tell you where everyone is after we get through.
Okay.
And Eon.
19.
Okay, so give me 1 second. I gotta roll their initiatives, and we will
It's the blondes.
Yeah.
go from there.
I'm just too dumb. It takes me a second to know what's going on.
I did forget to roll the dice.
Are we in a fight?
Are we fighting?
Well-
This dude just hit me.
Oh my god.
Where the fuck is this bitch? I lost Lydia in initiative. Where the fuck is
She doesn't get to go.
She doesn't get to fight, sorry.
That's not how that works.
No,
She's obsessed with
dead.
the Arcanine.
I guess it's free then.
Episode name. Why isn't she in initiative? Where the fuck is this bitch? Give me a sec.
She doesn't get
She's
to.
hiding.
I'll
Eating
just
hot
pat her.
chip
Lie.
and lying, charging her phone.
That's what she needed the Arcanite for.
Charging her phone. She's charging her crystal. Fine.
Oh,
All right, and then I gotta sort it. Okay, so far, it'd be obviously Ronaraga first, but besides that, we got Eon at 19, and then Lix at. So basically, the only thing that you could do that would help here, Tom, is give Lix your plus. Not even giving Lix your +2 would help. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
So you can give it to whoever you want, but it's not gonna change the order except between your party.
Okay. Got you. Does anyone particularly want to go third after?
Well, there's other stuff in between you guys, but
Yeah.
like.
I was gonna say, like, I know there's.
what was that?
Probably
I'm
give
planning
it to
on-
Lix because I want to be able to make a move after he does.
All right. Yeah. Let's go.
I feel like
I would
that
say
makes
I
sense.
want to go.
Lix was already that was already the order, but it's
Yeah.
fine. You know what? It's fine. We'll just give it to you anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm just
this-
really
Unfortunately, in
extra
this thing,
in
it
this
just
case,
didn't help.
it just
yeah.
didn't help.
Actually, it would put you ahead of one other thing. So technically, it did help.
Oh, there you go.
Cool.
I'll take it.
All right. So up first, Ron Harag. What would you like to do?
I am.
Bust it down.
Yeah, trying to sprint through and just bust that.
Okay. What is your movement speed?
That's what I was,
30 feet?
Yeah.
So you have 60 feet of movement, correct?
Yeah. I
That
don't
doesn't
think
seem
he-
right.
Huh?
So
30?
As a large creature, I have
Alright.
30 feet of movement speed.
Movement speed is.
Yeah, movement speed
He's,
is pretty
he's bigger, but
standard.
he's slower.
I
30.
guess.
I
I
was
just
gonna
usually
say.
isn't it 35 for like elves and stuff?
Wood elves specifically are 35. I'm pretty
But he's a
sure.
Goliath.
Um,
It's different.
Yeah.
Where are you on the map? You're like.
Yeah, I was pretty far. That's
You're
why
right
I was
here.
trying to get in first.
Oh, let me go ahead and see how far you can get with 60 feet. So 60 feet will bring you about to the campfire.
Got you.
A little before the campfire. Is that what you'd like to do with your turn?
I mean, there's not much else I can.
All right, so narrate this for me. You see this elf light these people on fire, burning alive a shack, and something takes over in you. What do you do?
I just start sprinting as fast as I can. Right at that shack. And not being probably very quiet about it, considering I'm covered in chainmail. Big as fuck.
Yeah, everyone hears this. You don't even gotta roll a check. Even the dying men that are burning hear you running
Over their own screams.
over their own dying screams. They hear you running. That does take up your whole turn unless you have a bonus action.
I was gonna say, can you pick up like any water that you're passing?
You can do a check to see if there's water around you.
Alright, here. Becoming.
Investigation check.
17? Oh, no, that's 19. Yeah.
Yeah, you notice that there's some leftover like buckets from where they like wash their hands before dinner. It is closer to the door though. Like it's if I had to go back to the map, sorry. It is around. Where's my ping? Ping. It's like around this area. Like because they all wash their hands before, like at this table before they go and
Gotcha.
go into there. So you notice that there is probably enough water to put out a medium size blaze. This is exponentially growing. You would all realize that. All right, that is your turn. Next up is the orc, who also rolled a 20.
Damn.
Yeesh.
Dick. What an asshole, right?
Fucking hate that guy.
This orc is like really good. This dude's got rolls. for
What's he
days.
doing here listening to Lydia?
Honestly. Send my dude to the bakery because he got the rolls.
Seeing you running, he turns towards you and he sprints at you.
Yeah.
Let's see how far he can get in his turn.
Does that give Licks an attack of opportunity?
This is where it gets difficult because I can't actually tell on my end, so I'm
Yes,
gonna
yes,
pull
it does.
towards where he's going. And oh shit, okay.
Because they were
Yes.
just talking.
It does.
Does, but I kind of also want to save the fact that they don't know
Okay.
Mhm.
that I'm their enemy.
Yeah, you
How
can choose
fu-
to take
am I
it,
on
but it
Tom?
would
Yeah,
be
I know
like-
I can
Yep,
choose to
that's
take
Tom.
it.
So he can definitely get to you in
Yeah.
that amount of time. He will get to
Is
you.
that
Um,
dashing there? Or
yeah,
Just,
just dashing, he can get there, no problem.
so he,
Yeah, he can't just walk over.
yeah.
He runs
doesn't get
towards
that
you,
action.
scimitar drawn. I'm like trying to position this. I can only see my screen.
Down. Go. Yes.
There you
Yeah,
go.
about there, yeah.
All right, cool,
Perfect.
awesome.
is
And
great.
he points his scimitar at you. He goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you doing?"
Just running on by.
Don't mind me, I'm just running.
And with that, it is somebody else's fucking turn. Eon.
A night run.
Night run.
Obviously.
Little night run.
He's just a moth, guys.
It's a
He's
great
just
way
going to
stay
the
in-
light.
It's a great way to stay in shape.
Okay.
Have any of you ever told a lie before?
Apparently.
No.
Declare no.
All of my persuasion, performance, and deception, all of it's one, okay? Like,
Fair enough.
All right, what are you doing, Eon?
fucking Forrest Gump it.
Jumped up and bit
Where
me.
is everybody?
You can see them on the
Yeah,
map.
you can see them better
Whoa.
than me.
Run in.
there, person there.
Yeah, Lydia's on the cart. Humans next to the cart. Hazel is moving towards them, and Orc is in front of Tom.
Watch your AoE. Boy,
I'm
am I
just-
right the fuck in there.
I'm just running with a
We
sword.
are there.
It's no your average sword run. Like,
Fucking, yeah, you know how it is.
What?
Just get
the
that.
economy these days.
Wait.
That's all I
Yes,
can
what's
afford to
up?
do.
Lydia's not hurt though, right?
No,
Nobody's
Lydia-
Lydia's
Go to the
on
gym?
the cart. looking into the
No one's hurt right now.
No, yeah, nobody's been hit yet.
Right,
Yeah, just a lot of running.
right.
Well, I would say nobody's hurt. You hear the screams of men dying.
Besides those guys, they're pretty
You're
hurt.
not dying.
And you have the
Yeah.
ash on your boot still from the captain. You feel the captain between your toes, but nobody's hurt.
I'm wearing a dead
I'm-
bird's
To be
clothing.
fair,
Am I within
Nobody's hurt.
60
Nobody's hurt.
Smell of
feet
blood and
They're
birds.
dead. They're not hurt.
of this guy?
the
What's
elf,
The elf.
What did you say?
Am I within 60 feet of the elf?
Where?
the
Uh,
corner
Yeah,
of the
okay, I see you,
stairs.
yeah, I
I
see
think
you.
so.
Give me a sec. Let me check.
Actually,
Because from here to here was 60 feet.
Let's
Yeah.
check. Let's go gambling.
I'd put you at about.
oh dang it.
Where's the elf for here?
Can we get,
You
like-
are within 60 feet
Hey.
of that elf. 46
yeah.
feet to be.
Yeah,
well, 40.
that's close enough for
45 feet.
Actually, I'm gonna cast it on Lydia though.
blow up the Arcanite barrel.
Lydia
Blow up
does
the
have
Arcanite
cover.
barrel.
Lydia does currently have, I would say, half cover because she's in a wagon.
Can I see her? I just need to see them. I
Yes.
don't need to be able to see all of them.
Yeah, like I said, it is kind of like an open way. It's the wagons you
Yeah.
came in, so.
Just need line of sight for the spell. So
Yes.
up to DM. Okay.
You can only see her because she's elevated on top of the wagon.
Fucking
The Korean girl.
no,
No, the
the
turkey guy.
The turkey
The
guy. I could
turkey
never
guy,
get the turkey.
Special
Just
equipment.
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
I am the equipment ass.
What would you like to do?
I would like to cast a cantrip
A cantrip.
at them.
Let's go.
They must succeed. Wait, did I? Oh yeah, an intelligence saving throw of
She
12.
didn't seem that smart to me.
Let me check her stats. We're gonna find out if she's smart this week on ValorBound. Is the druid smart?
Smarter than a fifth grade.
Not usually.
Okay, what do I need to do? An intelligence saving throw, you
Yeah,
said? What is the DC?
12, I believe.
Where's my intelligence? Okay. Rolling.
Where did I put that?
She does not succeed.
Nice,
That's
nice.
a very low roll.
So what happened to her?
I don't know. Let's find
so
out. Let's find
all
out!
of a sudden, Lydia is affixed with the worst migraine she has ever felt as a disorientating spike of psychic energy out of nowhere hits them right in the head. And she takes 1d6 psychic damage
Okay.
and subs 1d4 from any saving thrown until the end of my next turn.
Okay, keep me honest about that. Remind me about that, okay?
That's only
2 damage, but describe how this looks, your magic, when it hits. So she is fucking holding her head, screaming, "Kill them!" But what does it look like?
There's a slight flash from somewhere, and there's just all of a sudden headache.
A slight flash. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Can anyone else see the flash, or does it?
There's suddenly
I don't know. That's up to your. Does anyone else see me cast a spell?
Fucking Men in Black I'm over here.
I feel like maybe me. I'm right there.
Yeah. Suddenly Lydia's
suddenly
doubled over,
epileptic.
screaming, "Kill them!"
I can't
Yeah.
see shit.
And
so
you.
fucking scared.
And I'm gonna move.
Okay. I was gonna say you got movement still.
I'm gonna move.
I'm trying to keep your breathing under control so you don't have a panic attack.
By the horse.
By the horse.
Yeah.
The horse spook.
Make an animal handling check. Gotta be
Horse is
the
gonna fucking kick you.
DC 10.
How well can you handle
Fail.
them animals?
Fail.
The horse
Wait.
is spooked.
Yeah, I
Is
got
it Spider Horse?
7.
No, spider
It's not
horse.
Spider
Oh,
Horse.
yeah.
It's not Spider Horse.
I never said it wasn't Spider Horse. No, it's not.
fine, yes.
I thought about it. I thought about making a Spider Horse earlier today. I'm like, that's stupid.
Roll for how many legs?
Yeah,
Well,
roll.
I'm not trying to sneak anymore. The
Yeah, the
horse
horse
is
is
spooked by
I think
who
it's
knows what.
I
You
think
know,
it's a good thing if the horse starts to run.
it doesn't
She
matter.
is in the wagon though, so just so you know.
She might fall out.
Yeah, I said you.
I say it doesn't matter who spooked the horse. You
Yeah,
know,
the horse
it could
is
have been.
spooked and starts wildly moving around a little bit. So I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw to not get trampled by this horse. The horse is moving.
Can I grab
No.
The horse is kicking.
What is the
What's the dice say?
Sorry.
We got a 15.
Dex plus 2,
Yep,
17.
you nimbly dodge out of the way as this horse almost tramples your face in. And Lydia is in the back, screaming and getting thrown around with the barrel of Arcanite.
Barrel fall over.
No, it's secured.
Barrel secure.
Barrel secure. And do you have any other actions you'd like to do, Eon?
I don't really think I have a bonus action right now.
So no?
No, I'm good.
All right, Lydia's turn. Lydia, glaring at you.
Oh, they see me now?
Obviously, you're right next to them. Glaring at you, looks around and surveys the field and notices most of you. Still does not notice you. You can tell that they don't notice you, but they look at you and they're kind of being like, why are you not in the fight? Like, that's the look they give you.
It's not my turn yet.
I know, but that's the look they give you. And when did you get a backpack? And why is your backpack oddly person?
Why is your backpack lumpy?
Why's it got some hair sticking out the top?
Lydia looks around at the battlefield, takes her hand, and pushes it into the glowing barrel.
And what does she get disadvantage on, or what happens for your spell
Saving
again?
throws.
Yeah.
And she looks at you guys, and she clearly starts mouthing the words to a spell.
Shoot her.
It's not my
And I'm
turn.
going to describe what happens with this spell. So she's holding a piece of Arcanite. This piece is about the size of... I gotta look, actually, to make sure I'm doing this right. Give me one sec. Because I wrote rules for this.
Woo.
Make my life
Is it roll table?
fucking harder. It's something.
Wild magic, wild magic, wild magic.
I'm really hoping it's just wild magic.
Give me one sec.
I just want to blow up that barrel.
So,
Trigger it all.
you guys, you
don't know what wild
specifically...
magic can do to you.
earlier saw the captain pull out a chunk of Arcanite, showing you this is Arcanite. What he showed you was about a pebble size. What she is currently holding is a stone size, so about the size of her hand. And she's clearly casting a spell. She turns and she looks at the flames, and you can tell, anyone who wants to can roll an Arcana check, to determine what this spell might be. What's that noise?
7.
Not good.
7? Yeah, not good.
Yeah, 7.
I'm awful.
17.
Awful wizard.
So you can tell that this spell that she is attempting to cast currently is well above the range that she should be capable of casting.
Shit.
And you can also tell with the 17 that this spell is being powered by the Arcanite that she is holding. I'm going to roll. You said she has a disadvantage on checks, correct?
Saving throws.
Saving throws. Okay.
She's a -4. Minus
D4.
D4.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that's exactly what I thought would happen. Halfway through this spell, you can tell something goes wrong. It almost... There's like an obsolescent like glow around her, and it shoots back in towards her, and then out of her, towards the flames. And with that, the stone that she's holding explodes, shatters like glass, and the horse starts to take off with her and the Arcanite in the back. It's spooked, clearly. But out of the flames, rising are...
She's summoned a flame atronach. Swear to God.
Give me one sec. Shooting out of the eternal screams of the men burning are 3 smoke methods.
Oh, methods.
And you notice that one of the smoke methods, you put them on the dots that I have. Down on the palisade. Yeah, there you go. One of the smoke methods looks really fucking deformed. Like, almost like the spell didn't quite work.
Yeah, no, that one's really deformed. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And for all you that don't know what smoke methods are, essentially they are impish, 4-foot-tall demon imp-looking things made entirely out of smoke.
Elemental.
They
imps.
are elemental imps, yes. And they are very, very evil. With that,
Can
they
I
will be
just
added
remind
to-
you moved the cart without Lydia in it.
Sorry, yeah, they're supposed to be grouped. So the horse does start running and probably makes it to about there. You can tell the horse is spooked as hell, and I'm adding the smoke methods to the initiative.
With my detect magic, is the barrel still glowing?
The barrel is still glowing. Also, in the area where the cart was. I need my other dice. I lost them. You noticed. Give me one sec. Had this set up and then I accidentally closed a couple tabs. Sorry.
While you're at it, how does Lydia look after that magic?
She looks fucked up. Like, not hurt, but like everything is out of her. Like, she does not look like she has the will to live. She's basically lying in the back of this cart that is running.
Game plan.
Give me one sec.
You got a plan?
I don't know. I can't do anything with this work next.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so when
Not for this.
when this happens, by the way, when the Arcanite shatters, so I'm retconning a little bit. Sorry, I forgot that this happens. When the Arcanite shatters, it does trigger a wild magic effect. You were correct about that. The one that I rolled specifically on this table turns everything within 10 feet of where it's rolled invisible for the next minute.
You're invisible?
So the horse is invisible. Lydia's invisible.
Am I invisible?
If you were that
Yes.
you are not, you are within 10 feet. You are invisible,
Woo!
and the human is invisible. All of those people are invisible, but all you see.
I was right next to the human?
Yeah, you're invisible.
Okay,
too.
okay.
You both are.
Oh, wait.
And with that,
Where's
We
my
have,
condition
we have
rings?
status rings.
with that, you don't see the horse run out. You just see tracks of a carriage be pulled.
Can you get the condition rings up there? I'm so sorry. Bottom, I want to use them.
I paid for these. I'm gonna use
Is the
them.
glow invisible too?
The what?
The glow from
Yeah, everything in the car. The
Everything.
car and the
No,
horse.
no, I
the
can detect the
invisible
magic
things
still.
Okay.
See the other invisible
No,
things.
that's not how invisibility works. You gotta have
No.
true sight for invisibility or detect magic.
It
What?
doesn't detect magic. Can't
Well-
see through invisibility. That's
No,
magic.
I just said you
Yeah.
can see
Oh.
them if you.
Yeah,
That's-
okay. I was like,
that's
wait
what-
a minute,
Yeah,
wait a
I
minute.
was like, that's what we were just covering.
I'm
I was
turning the
wondering.
things that are invisible on my end, just so you know. So there you go.
Okay.
Cool. And with that, quite the turn, Lydia.
All right.
Jesus.
It is
Holy fuck.
whose turn? I gotta check. Whose turn is it? Licks.
Condition rings.
Well,
You are invisible for 1
I
minute,
think
which
Lydia's
is
getting away.
a bunch of rounds.
yep.
You get advantage on attacks.
It's funny that there's
Yeah, I do.
I just to briefly mention this. It's funny that there happened to be a line where the
Or
cart goes.
Tracks.
Yeah.
I didn't plan that. This is totally
fine.
random. So it's funny that that lined up.
So I can't see the human. So I'm going to run up on the elf
Okay.
and I'm going to attack him
With advantage.
with advantage. Yes.
Yeah, you're also invisible.
You would have advantage on this attack. Feel free.
You're invisible
Does-
inside a bag that's
Does
also
Lim
invisible.
know that they're invisible?
I would have to, right? Because everything else is invisible now.
I was gonna say, can Devin see out of the...
Yeah, I would assume that you had a way to see out of the bag, so you would see everything else disappear.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
probably check your hands or something to see if you're invisible.
Oh shit.
the wildest...
It's been a long time since I've been invisible. Being invisible's a drug.
16,
16 does hit, roll damage.
and I do in fact get sneak attack damage.
Ooh! First sneak attack of the season!
Ooh, it's not that much yet.
Still
It'll be
cool.
so much more
Rogues.
fun once I get to take like 66 in my hands.
Trying to do the math though.
Oh, I got pretty. Oh god, I rolled like shit.
Yeah.
5.
So, let me describe what happened. This elf is watching in awe as these smoke methods rise up, and then turns around, and everybody's fucking gone. That he was looking at, essentially, besides the orc, and that's it. Pretty much just the orc and Kara. And suddenly, what happens? Like, what does he get hit with?
All of a sudden, just a sword just like
Just feels
stabs
like
through
prick.
part of him.
Yeah, suddenly he's just standing there, and blood just explodes. Where do you
Yeah.
stab him on the body?
God, it's only like
It's 5 damage, so.
it's not that much damage. Maybe just the leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you go for an artery, you barely miss.
Yeah.
And his leg just profusely starts bleeding, and he's screaming, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
And then I'm going to move away. And then does he get an opportunity attack? Because
No, you're
he
invisible.
can't see me. So, how much movement of mine did that take?
Where were you?
I was
By
here
where the
at
barrel
Each square is
was.
5, so if you just want to
5,
count.
10, 15.
Yeah, so you got half your movement left.
I got a whole lot of movement left.
Can you fly as the Eric Hoker now that you've changed?
No, I do not get the racial. Like, I can't
That's
use
why
the
they were
racial
confused.
bonus,
They're like, "Don't you usually fly?"
And I'm like, my wings are broken.
How the DM mind works? I knew that. Actually,
What I do have is
Personal.
nothing personal.
the feature of
Irrecoverable.
being a rogue that dashes are bonus actions.
Yeah.
Pretty rad
Which is
Yeah.
always nuts.
It is very convenient
for you.
for me
The
specifically.
fuck do I get out of it?
Suffering,
Hey.
What does the DM ever get?
jack shit.
Hey.
Alright.
And then I'm just going to like kind of move to like go over here.
I suppose Devin would go, or Lix would go with you.
Yeah.
Lim,
Yeah.
mother.
Yeah, you're still,
Fucker, dude.
You're just in my
Don't worry, by the
bag.
end of the season, I'll know your name.
Press X to doubt.
By the time one of us dies.
Sean will remember this. Alright, that is your turn. After your turn is the human's turn. Human! The human... You guys don't know what he does, I guess, but
The human.
He's
He
doing
does something.
he's doing...
He probably moves.
I'm gonna turn
That's
off,
my
I'm gonna turn off my measuring tool, because I don't think it's fair that you see where I move stuff, if they're
Yeah.
invisible. Okay. And yeah, I'm going. Give me one sec. Let me just make sure I can do this.
The horse and car already went, right? Or
Yes.
The horse and not car.
The horse doesn't have its own initiative. It was just spooked and just ran. So, but you can see the tracks and
But
you know
it's
where.
in
it is.
turn rounds. It's part of the.
Yeah.
Its turn has passed.
Give me one sec.
I'm gonna say it
Opening
makes
a
sense
link.
for it to go when Lydia goes, because
That's what I was doing,
yeah.
in-
That's what I was doing.
You mean
Oh my gosh.
big brain got planned?
It's almost like I planned this for a week straight.
Oh, I'm not talking about you.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Fuck me, dude. Fuck
I,
me,
I
I guess.
have plan.
Give me one second. It's taking
Eon's
forever to
cooking
do.
right now.
We got some-
Eon's thinking.
Thinking some
Maybe
thoughts.
not about souls,
okay,
but
cool.
thinking.
Yeah. All right. Where is my? There it is. Hey Tom, what's your armor class?
Mucho.
18.
Sick. Super cool. Fuck you.
Senor.
Sorry, that's chainmail plus shield just equals 18.
Well, it's you don't have your shield out.
Yeah, you
so
didn't
it'd be
say you had your
16.
shield out. You said your
Oh.
sword out only.
Oh, sorry. Well, then it's 16 if I just have
And
sword.
this will hit.
Okay.
You gotta equip the
Yeah,
shield.
you gotta tell me when you take out your shield.
Sorry,
Otherwise,
I thought-
that's why it's versatile.
Got you.
So out of thin air, almost, a
When
crossbow
you just
bolt
have your
hits
sword,
you
it's
in the
upside
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just thought I
Well,
Or-
if it's hitting him in the back, the shield actually is in effect because it's on his back.
I'll take half damage.
That's how shield work. It's in the spell.
Oh, it's not a spell though.
Oh, you're right.
It's an actual
in the,
shield.
It's in
Well,
the
then never mind. I'm
thing.
not gonna give you half damage. Fuck you.
Fuck off.
Which shield's
Tom,
on your
you
back?
take 6 damage
Okay.
from a crossbow bolt hitting you in the back suddenly out of thin air almost.
I'm gonna use Stone's Endurance.
What does that do?
When I take damage, I can use a reaction, and it's D12, and I add my Constitution modifier, and it subtracts damage from
Okay.
that amount.
Yeah, go ahead.
Once per day.
Yeah, once per day. It's part of my racial traits.
Nice. Yeah. Give me that roll.
2 plus 3, I believe. Constitution 4, so I regain 6.
So yeah, basically this arrow flies and hits into you, and for a moment it almost looks like it sinks into your skin. But what happens? Explain what this looks like.
I see the arrow just kind of come into my skin. I'm like, yeah.
It's on your back.
Or back, and I feel it. It's kind of like an itch almost to me, and I just like yank it out, and my skin just kind of repairs itself automatically.
You
That is-
flex
Yeah, I
it
should
out.
say you should have just flexed it out.
Just
Sick round, guys. Tight. And that is the human's turn. With that, it looks like it's going to be Lim getting toted around.
Okay. Well, I don't really need the element of surprise anymore. So I am going to, just normal style, try to stab this elf with my dagger.
you have escaped the bag.
Yeah,
Escape the
I'm
bag.
I'm
coming
gonna
out of
say-
my bag.
And just for action economy, I'm going to say it is a bonus action to leave the bag.
It's a bonus action to leave.
It won't take your action, but it'll take your bonus action to leave the bag.
Okay.
Because to take out anything is usually a bonus action. So so to leave the bag is a bonus action, but your attack would just be a regular action. So you're good.
I can live with that.
All right, roll to see if you hit this poor elf that has done absolutely nothing wrong.
All right.
For sneak attack damage.
No.
No.
That's
No,
just
so
rogue.
the rogue
Just
sneak-
rogues.
I'm
So
a
then isn't it
bard.
an advantage?
I don't know.
No, flanking doesn't exist in 5e.
It's not invisible.
Oh yeah, you would roll an advantage. You're
Yeah, you
invisible. I
get
keep reading you're
advantage.
invisible.
I was.
Right.
I don't
By
know.
the status
if it's
reason.
invisible.
So 13.
I was like, I know invisible
And then
gives
it-
you something.
Is it an advantage?
Yep. So you roll the d20 again.
Yeah.
Flanking kind of exists for rogues.
8. Yeah, so
Oh,
13.
you don't
And then did you add your dexterity modifier?
Yeah, I'm okay with that
I
right
think
now.
some things have a bonus if you
15.
party members within
15
5
does
feet of
hit.
you.
Roll damage.
It's-
So 6.
6 damage.
Wow.
Okay, so this elf, screaming because they had already been cut across close to their carotid artery in their leg, looking down at their leg, suddenly gets stabbed from an invisible foe. Finish this elf.
This is the kill?
Yes.
Woo!
Okay, so it's
Second kill.
it's gonna be like a straight like. Not a big fan of elves. Big, just one straight fucking dash out of the bag like a goddamn torpedo with this dagger into this dude's left eye socket. Just
Does it sound like a
yeah,
a
like
bead?
you could hear the air split as the bloodlust just straight into this dude's eye, like to the shoulder. You can see the outline of me in this elf's blood, no expression, and then I look over at Ron Harag, and I wipe the blood off my face, and then I fly away from the elf.
And what everyone else sees is this invisible, blood-spattered fairy outline with blood being smeared invisibly in the air.
Yeah, it's almost a
There's no
shame
face
no one could
behind
see this
there.
because it looked epic as fuck.
Yeah.
Have to say, looked really cool. Unfortunately, basically everyone just sees this elf's head explode out the back and blood go everywhere.
It's
and then-
floating blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. With that, the elf is dead. Let me take them off of the initiative.
Rip in peace, bro.
And
Didn't fucking like you.
where do you move to? You said you kept moving.
I knew I'd have to kill you.
You said you kept
No,
moving.
you
so
were
where would you like to
hoping.
move to?
Oh
He's
yeah,
talking way too much. about the party.
I'm moving to help Ron Harag. So I'm gonna move to about here is the movement. I think I had about 10 feet left of movement.
All right. Cool.
So-
Yeah, that's fine. With that, the methods. And I'm gonna need you guys to
God,
move
but
them.
those
Just
guys.
follow what I do after I move them.
The really fucked up method.
They're fine. I like them. I made them.
It's 2 mephits and 1 mephish.
He's doing a little mephish later. So these screeching, hulking smoke monsters fly from out of the flames from
Hulking.
which they were created. Hey, they're 4 feet imps. That's pretty scary to me. I don't know. Fly from out of the smoke in which they were created. All right. Yeah, they cannot see you. So they would fly straight towards Tom and the orc is where the first one is going.
Oh, you go first, Tom.
Right. They would make it about to the table.
All of them?
One of them is flying above
That's
there.
the deformed one.
The
in case
deformed one is flying near
Does
there.
Does he have movement? Normal movement?
Yes, he
As
just
in-
had.
as a-
It's
he is
fine.
He's just
monster?
wonky.
I got,
Here, you move, and I'll
yeah,
put him down.
that was the plan.
He's like the Rudolph, you
gonna
know,
wait.
of all the.
He's got a red nose. That's how he's fucked up. He's just got
This
a red
guy's
nose.
missing his whole head. Did you notice that? He's got no. He's got a face, no head. It just
All right,
randomly.
Face, no head.
One of them's gonna use its entire action to get to in front
It's
of.
gonna
gonna
be the
dash.
guy with all of the limbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
He
go, in front of
definitely makes
Kara,
it the farthest.
And one of them is going towards. Wow. Actually, I'm gonna leave him right there. I'll leave him where he was. Okay, that is their. Well, that's their movement.
Actually, you know what? It makes more sense that Wonky Boy doesn't quite
Give me
make
one second.
That would actually be longer distance for him from where he started.
Oh.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
Okay, so
Maybe
the
we can
one
change where they
directly
start.
in front,
Yeah.
the deformed one directly in front of the orc and Tam. Or, sorry, Ron Harag. Yeah, so, I don't know if you can see this. Can you guys see this?
The cone?
Yeah.
Everything in this cone. So that'd be Ron Harag and the orc, correct?
Yes.
Ron Harag and the orc both, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Well, you're the orc.
Yep, I know.
Works fuck.
On the orcs were kind of
Not
making
bad,
the rolls
not
tonight.
bad. Could be worse.
What'd you get? Okay, so you save. The orc does not. As this mephit reels back, almost charging in the flame that it has inside of it, and breathes out cinder breath to a 15-foot cone in that area. So the orc is now currently blinded. You nimbly roll out of the way slightly, but the orc is blinded. Until
Rings.
Rings.
And
loves
where are
those
you? Kara, the same thing is going to happen to you.
Alright. What am I rolling?
Dex.
Dex.
Dex saving throw.
Book.
DC 10.
You have to
Good luck,
hold the
buddy.
button.
No, you don't. Just did it.
Oh, wow.
huge.
17.
Yeah, so you also nimbly dodge out of that path.
Nice.
Tuck and roll.
And, okay. With that, that is their turn, and it is your turn, Kara. Smoke method in front of you. Looking eerie. Looking vicious.
Are they weak to radiant damage?
You can roll a check to see if you know that.
What would that be?
Probably nature,
Yeah.
Arcana.
arcana, nature, your choice. Yeah. Whatever you're more proficient in.
Barter.
Trial by combat. Like,
None of them. The best I got is insight. 4. I ain't got no fucking idea.
Yeah,
It
you would have
seems
no,
about
you've
right.
never
Do
seen
whatever
this.
you
I would
want.
assume you've
I'm
never
just gonna-
seen this before.
At a 2, because I have -2 to on both of those. I'm just gonna assume. Yeah, that seems like a demon.
Kara's not very smart, is she?
No, she's got a 7 in.
She's all about her fate.
Yep. And she's going to cast the cantrip
Sounds-
Sacred Flame.
Hell yeah, hit it up.
Clerics are
The
like
target
vibrators.
must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 damage.
Dexterity saving though.
Yep.
What's the DC? Okay, I rolled a nat 20 again.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Get rid of that
You wanna-
fucking
look at
dice,
Devin,
Sean!
just to prove, Devin is my right there.
What temperature do you bake your dice at?
Get rid of that fucking
Fucking
die!
That one is scary.
I told him earlier, get rid of it.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it succeeds whatever you're trying to do here.
Does not take half damage or nothing. Just
Do not
No
press
shit.
this
What is it?
message.
What were you trying to do? Let's go through that really
What's
quick.
the fizzle?
so she, Kara grabs her pendant and points her mace at the mephit, and light or flame comes out. Not quite flame-like, but more white and golden, and then it just shoots off to one side.
All right.
And that was an action.
Yes, sir.
So
Movement,
If you
bonus
move,
action?
you do get an attack of opportunity.
yeah,
on you.
no. She's just gonna make sure she's ready to fight, has her shield out, and is ready to go.
All right, and we are back to the top of initiative. When that happens, you do notice that the fire spreads. So more men screaming as more of the tavern is engulfed, and some of the outer wall starts to light as well. And I'll
that
put that on
opens
the
get
map.
hot.
In 1 sec, and I don't remember who was at the top. It was Ronharog at the top.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ronharog.
I will say the orc will not get a attack
Run
of
her on.
opportunity.
The orc is blinded, currently.
Oh, sick.
So you can run from him. You could run between the two if you
Yeah,
want.
I was gonna say, can I run between the two? I'm just gonna.
Let
try
me
to-
let me do the flames really quick so you can see how bad it is, and then we'll.
Yeah, are you sure?
And then I'm just
Could I?
adding more of the flames so you can see where it is.
Yikes.
Yeah, you might not have.
I
pressed
doubt we even hear any screaming anymore.
You do hear screaming, but
Oh,
it's getting
God.
more
They
and
aren't
more
on
muffled.
fire. Just the outside of the room is on fire.
No, well, yeah, it's starting to get.
It is baking them alive. It is not
Yeah.
burning them alive.
It is starting to get in though. So.
Oh yeah,
What are the consequences to letting them die?
nothing.
Morality.
Could I?
Yeah.
Whatever creatures are
I
lawfully
still can't
good.
run for it. I mean,
Can
it's
I-
just in my
Go for it.
character to like not.
What are you
like,
asking?
Can I talk to Ron?
Talking is a free action, but Ronharog was already running, so
Okay.
you'll
Yeah,
get a couple words
wouldn't
as he's
matter.
running past,
Yeah.
unless you wanted to hear.
Yeah,
up to
I
you.
was like in trying to get a word in. I'm like,
Probably-
get them sprinting like Mark. Like I noticed like the dude's blind. I'm like, chance opportunity, you know.
All right, so you're sprinting.
Let him do it.
The Mephit would get an attack of opportunity though.
There's,
Not
there's
if they walk
space
between
to
me.
run between.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
no, you're
Yeah.
good. Never mind. I sorry. From this angle, it looks like.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's at least 15. feet
Always feel
between
free to
them.
correct me unless you're fucking wrong.
Yeah, I mean, water's not gonna do shit at this point. I just have to break down the door.
Did you have enough movement to get
It's
there?
on fire.
Oh, he definitely
He's
did.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's right.
60.
The square is at the.
How far was
that's,
he?
There.
I think
5
that's
feet.
35 feet.
That's how much I.
That's
yeah, I
30
was gonna
feet.
say.
So you're
Yeah, it's
not
30.
quite there with 30 feet.
Fuck. Fucking A.
You hear them inside.
Yeah, this is great.
Can you dash through the door? Is that I
You
don't know how
can
dash.
It was barricaded though. That's the problem.
I don't know how dash works. If you can use it to go through something.
I don't think you can. I think
No.
there's like a
Or
It's
maybe
just
like
movement.
run and then jump through it like as an action.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
actually
action if you
running.
dash though.
Well, no,
he-
but like use the jump, with,
Yeah.
like jumping through the door with the shield as
So-
the action.
You get 3 times, or so you get your strength bonus times a certain amount to a jump distance. So you can attempt to balance how much movement you've used before you jump.
Yeah, you get move to long jump. You get move 10 plus feet and jump the number of feet up to your strength score. That's what it says.
Up to strength score.
Do you have longer reach at all since you're a big boy?
I don't
Or
think
you
he's a
stay within
large. He's still
time.
medium.
I was gonna say, yeah, I still count as a medium.
I don't think you're gonna be able to get to the door unless you use a dash action. I'm just letting you know now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but that
DM
can't-
rule. I don't think you're gonna get there.
I
unless
was
you use
gonna
a dash.
say I can't do anything now. Is the
You're
fucking-
getting there as you are hearing him dying.
Yeah,
essentially.
I was gonna say there is no fucking point to
It's,
that.
They-
you're
you
just
don't
putting
have to
yourself
move
through
if you
more
don't
suffering
want
at
to.
this point. No, I mean like
I'm saying if you don't
you
want
can
to.
retcon it if you want, but I feel like it's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
I feel
I'll
like
let
get
you
there and
rule
bounce
that
off the
because I
key.
was already saying I was. So
Yeah, I feel like your character would have done that. So you are at
Yeah.
the door listening to men die right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just bounced off
Very
the key.
cool.
very sick.
You
Damn.
still have an action.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, it's gonna take me an action just to switch weapons, isn't it?
Ready your shield.
No, grabbing a shield is a bonus action.
Is switching to hand axe is a bonus action?
I don't
It-
actually know.
So if it's on your belt, I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
it's just grabbing
no.
it. It's just grabbing it. It's a bonus action.
Okay.
But if it was like in your bag, then
Yeah.
definitely.
I was gonna say.
I'll allow you to do it as a bonus action. That seems fair.
Okay. I'm gonna go for that and switch to hand axes and throw them.
Do you have the action for it?
Oh fuck.
He did not
Yeah,
dash.
I didn't
He did not
actually-
dash.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
bonus
he
action,
moved and
then-
used a bonus
I was
action.
All right.
gonna say,
So yes,
yeah.
go roll to hit the method. The fucked up one.
14.
How many are you throwing? It's just one, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yep, that does hit. Roll damage.
5
Nice.
altogether. Yeah.
And what kind of damage is that?
Pierce, slashing.
Right.
Okay.
Slashing. Right.
Yep.
Question.
So yeah.
This is dueling doesn't probably not count with hand axes, does it? Because it says +2 to damage if you only have one weapon in my hands.
Are you holding two hand axes?
I mean, I feel like I just grabbed one.
I don't know.
I'm
but I
leaving
think
it
the
to your
question
discretion
is,
on that.
I think the question is throwing count as holding.
Dueling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was leaving it to your discretion.
The way that I'll allow this to work, that seems right to me, is that when you go to your hand to grab a hand axe, you have to drop your sword. You can't put your sword away. You have to drop it to grab the hand axe,
Okay.
and then I'll allow you to have the dueling feature.
Okay.
Because then, with the understanding that if you want to use your sword again, you have to pick it up,
You
which
have
is a
to spend
bonus
an-
action.
Okay.
Seems fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can add your dueling onto that.
Okay. Sweet. So that was already at
2 plus
Wow.
whatever.
Your strength.
yeah. So 5, 7.
All right, so a hand axe flies through the air and embeds itself into the back of this deformed smoke method's back, and it lets out a terrifying shriek. And I will do that. And with that, I think it is the orc's turn.
Yep.
Just give me 1 second.
Who's blind?
Yeah, the orc is just gonna try to swing because he doesn't know what's around him. So I'm just
He's
gonna.
swing at that method.
Oh shit! Well, I'm counting it. Whatever that says.
Anybody read it?
15. Okay. The orc swings and somehow manages to embed its axe, like the back of its axe, into the back of this smoke method, and actually ends up killing it.
Woo!
And he goes, "I think I got one! You sons of bitches!
I'm gonna yell, "Good job, buddy!"
Thanks, Bad Brain!"
You should direct him to where.
Yeah, because he can't see. So, but he is gonna start trying to run, and I'm just gonna. Okay,
You got
so
a free action.
To your
Roll
right.
a
Here's how I'm gonna do
D4
it.
Right.
for
That's
Cardinal.
what I was gonna
Yeah.
do. Yeah, I'm
Which way
rolling.
is he facing?
He doesn't know.
I'm
D4
gonna roll a
for
D4.
direction.
Okay, so 1 that way, 2 that way, 3, 4. That's a 1. That's a 1 is that way. So he runs towards.
Wait, backwards! Run
30
backwards!
Can someone count?
No,
30
no,
feet?
backwards!
30 feet that way. And if he runs into anyone, he runs into someone. I've
20.
Oh, just runs into you.
Runs right into.
The invisible person.
Yeah.
That he
Oh,
has
that's
been
awesome.
talking to.
so it runs right, it knocks
Yeah.
you. I would.
Towards your voice.
I'm not gonna say it knocks you over, but you do definitely get pushed to the side with a little bit of force as this guy comes running past you.
You gotta move his token.
All right. And with that, I keep
think
losing
it's
my
too-
initiative.
that's too
tracker.
far.
It's too far.
It's like literally right
Yeah.
next
It
to me.
is 6 squares.
I
I
keep
think
losing
it's
my
me
initiative.
next
tracker,
because
sorry.
I have a 19, and that they were
I'm
both
pretty
nat
sure it is you as
20s.
well. It is you.
So here's what I'm doing because invisibility doesn't count for sound. That horse is still loud as fuck. So I'm chasing an invisible horse right now. Thank you.
Even one of us has.
So,
It's a loud
someone's
ass.
gotta
There's
do
a
it.
loud ass horse and barrel, and she's whining. Do you, as a DM, think I could get the cart, grab the cart?
It's a horse, and you're a humanoid. You're not catching up to a horse.
Fair.
I'm sorry,
I'm
it's just not gonna
chasing.
happen.
I'm chasing the silent cart.
You see the tracks in the ground, but you can tell, and just so we're on the same page, the tracks continue out past the front gate. It is clearly already out the front gate and crossing the bridge at this point. So that's what you're doing on your turn?
How would I get so far so fast?
Because it was smooth and dashing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just dashing.
4 legs.
I
It's
guess.
a horse.
Or more. 4 legs. Or
That's what it do.
What's it sound like?
I guess
Nah,
I'll
it's only 4
move
legs.
over here. And I'm going to...
Entirely too many taps.
a gross amount of taps.
Ugh. We all stop as it goes by. Ugh.
For the,
I'm going
For the,
to cast a cantrip on this guy.
the smoke method?
Yeah.
Alright, go for it.
I point at a creature within range, and the sound of bells fills the air around it for a moment. It must succeed a wisdom saving throw against a d12.
Toll the dead.
Against the D what?
Toll the dead. I also have told,
Told
the
the
dead.
dead a d12.
And it was a wisdom saving throw, you said?
Yeah.
D8 unless it is
I have
missing health.
I got a 9. Does that beat it?
It's 12.
So no. Yeah, take
Is
it.
it
Sweet.
missing health?
Did you hit the one in front of you, Levi? I don't
Nope,
remember.
I
Then
missed. So D8 for you.
I did a 7.
no. Dang, okay.
Nice.
Describe how this happens.
He just hears a lot of fucking bells in his ears all of a sudden, and sounds like he's got a headache. Necrotic damage, if that matters.
It does. Always tell me the damage type. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. So yeah,
unfortunately.
that thing screams in what you appear to be agony, as it takes 7 necrotic damage. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
And with that, Licks.
Cool. How much longer are we invisible, by the way?
It's 1 minute.
It's
So,
10
5
rounds.
Yeah, 10 rounds.
10
you guys are
rounds.
at round like 2
We're
right
just
now.
popping off right now.
We are likely to finish this combat before you become
This
uninvisible.
shit's going pretty
Yeah.
bananas.
So this
Especially
orc's
because
right
none
next
of
to
us
me,
need
man.
concentration to hold it.
That orc is right next to you, still blind.
Blind,
You
and you're invisible.
And there's no such thing as double advantage, but if there ever fucking was.
Yeah.
You should move the
About to
orc's
conduct a double
Oh, yeah.
blind dagger
Oh,
study
sorry.
out here.
My bad, yeah.
I'm gonna,
Blind dagger
I'm gonna
study,
hit that orc.
nice,
I'm gonna
nice.
stab him just a little bit.
token. That is also a good episode title.
What?
Double blind dagger study is what Devin said.
I was like, shit.
What'd you get?
You get advantage.
Yeah, it's with
It's-
advantage.
You still have bardic inspiration.
Yep.
True.
What'd you get? Well, you can tell me what you got before you do bardic inspiration, right? Right, that's how it works.
Yeah.
I
'Cause
can tell
you add a d4 to your.
I can tell if you hit before you add.
Is it a D4?
It is
It's a
D6.
Yeah. I'll
you
double
go
check.
Higher in level, I'm pretty sure it switches.
D4.
It's
that is
still
a
for me, yeah.
13.
You do hit with a 13.
Woo! Never
Wow.
mind.
No armor on that boy.
No, there's armor. Just not great armor.
Shitty ass fucking armor, man.
He's trying his best, alright? He's got a family.
Alright.
Maybe.
Come on.
That's more sneak attack damage for me. Come on. Oh, that is 12 damage.
12 damage.
Yep.
Yikes. Okay.
Hot
Let me.
damn.
Hey, go ahead and finish this poor orc that is blind and you are invisible.
I really want you to whisper in his ear, Bird Brain sends his regards or something like that. Fuck with this
How do you
poor
finish
thing.
this orc? No one can see it besides you, so.
I'm just gonna come up. I am going to whisper in his ear. Turns out you were right the first time. Stab the sword into him. Just give it a good old twist.
He goes, "No!" and he falls down. Blood pooling out.
Blood everywhere.
And with that, the orc is dead.
Woo!
Noise.
Would you like to do anything else on your turn?
I got movement.
How do you have so much movement? God damn. Rogues.
Bonus action.
Rogues, yeah.
dash.
Just say rogues and do your thing. Fucking
Rogues.
rogues.
Oh shit.
I'm just gonna yeet on over this.
Would you get an attack of opportunity?
Nope, because
Okay,
they are
just
both
making
more
sure.
than 5 feet away.
Yeah,
And-
when you moved it close to that one, so I was
Oh,
like, just making sure.
No, I was going split down the middle.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's
Wait, they couldn't
You're
see you anyway.
invisible.
Yeah, and
I
they
forget- I
also
keep
can't
forgetting,
fucking
yeah.
see me.
I keep forgetting I accidentally gave you the greatest boon, apparently.
But yeah, so I can, if I really want to, I can move up to 120 feet on a turn.
That's fucking insane.
The
Okay.
Lot of
roads
feet.
are ridiculous.
Human.
Human.
Well,
Where is
Whatever
he?
the fuck that guy is.
I don't even know where I left him. Let's find out. Let's find out! What's your AC, Carl?
16.
Yeah, a arrow a crossbow bolt suddenly flies into the wall next to you. If you wanted to, you could roll perception to see if you can figure out where it came from.
I am too focused on the man
Okay.
in front of me.
And that is the human's turn. With that, Lim.
I'm not quite close enough to be able to help anybody directly. Oh, here's an idea. So I'm gonna move towards this pot right in the middle. I'm gonna hit the Mephit that is closer to Kara
Okay.
with Vicious Smoke,
Okay.
which is psychic damage, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Roll to hit. And if you want to throw it an insult, always welcome.
Let's see if I hit first.
Ooh.
We got. What am I at?
I always love the sounds of someone rolling.
Also, don't
bad.
forget
It's
you
always
still
so
you and
funny.
you and Ron Hogg both have inspiration from me.
I'm gonna re-roll that. I'm gonna re-roll that.
I'm a friendly DM.
Hey!
Hey!
I hate this game.
We got a 19.
That definitely will hit.
Offend that thing.
Offend that thing. Spit on that thing.
Two.
It's not
Two.
even funny, dude. We're just letting anyone be famous now, dude.
Okay, 3 damage.
What do you say? Or do?
Uh-huh.
It could be an obscene gesture too, I guess.
Arcanite's so powerful it can summon a sentient fart.
You just hear it go. yeah, exactly that. With that, Kara. No, wait, not Kara. Smoke methods. The one next to Kara is obviously going to attack you.
Yep.
Let me figure out what its attack looks like. It. Oh, I also forgot to say when that other method died, it exploded into smoke.
Obviously.
So there's a 5-foot sphere in that area.
So
It
that
didn't
one
affect anything.
square.
It didn't affect anything, but next to where Lim,
How
Lim
long does
is,
the
there's
smoke
5
last?
foot. 1 minute.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Some dense smoke.
Yeah. All right, and
Checking
then it is attacking you with its claws. Does a 16 hit?
It ties, so I win.
So you win. Okay.
Nice.
Well, okay, so it swings at you with its claw, and how do you just block it with
Yeah,
your shield?
I hit it with my shield.
You guys just see this epic combat of, and it echoes across the fort. The one that is by
Table?
all you guys are invisible, so it's going to go towards Ron Harag.
Yep.
And it's going to use its Cinder Breath because it never did that. You need to make a DC 10 Dexterity saving throw.
You
What?
failed.
You fail?
failed.
Okay, so you are blind now. So suddenly you are, it's basically like smoke envelops you and you are blinded. Your eyes are singed until
Mhm.
its end of its next turn.
The wind shifted
Can
and the
still
campfire
swing
blew into your
rapidly
face.
though.
And with that, we are back to the top of initiative, which is going to be
No,
Ron
it's my
Harag.
turn.
As
Oh, yeah.
the
You're
fire.
fighting Kara.
He's good car.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I forgot that you're after the
Yep.
methods. Thank you
Yeah,
for
no, I'm
correcting me,
way down
everybody.
there.
Jesus fucking Christ. I just
Idiot!
existed. Can I even fucking exist?
No.
So, I, as someone who also knows Toll the Dead, I heard the
The bells.
distant ringing of bells, and as the
It's lovely when the first time I'm together with you. Told the Dead!
and so as the Mephit swings and I block with my shield, the shield rings, and that is what causes the ringing of Toll the Dead.
That's fucking sick.
Cool.
Hell yeah. So cool.
Yeah.
So it has
Yikes. Canceled.
Thanks.
got canceled on our second episode.
Alright, back it, everybody. It's been a good
Good
campaign.
It's
Alright.
been real.
Must succeed a DC 12 Wisdom throw. Is it another
Is it 20?
20?
Get rid of that fucking time!
Banned! I'm stealing it. You will
Jail.
never see that dice
They've
again.
all been real. Every 20, all like,
Is it the same
I'm
dice?
gonna make
Yeah.
you fucking eat
That dice is gone tomorrow. You
I rolled a 2 against something earlier, so.
Doesn't
nobody's
matter.
mad about
about that.
It's the average that counts, okay?
The average is
Sorry.
not looking
So what
good.
happens?
Your average is weird.
nothing.
Nada.
It's perfectly normal.
Lots
The-
of guys roll 20s.
I got this 20 with hard work.
All
A
right.
10 is a perfectly average number, okay?
As Kara blocks, the shield is not quite in the right direction, and the ringing just
Disperse.
it disperses and does not hit the method.
I feel like it does hit the wall of the.
Causes a little bit damage.
Yeah. Does it not take any damage?
Nope.
Okay. Is that your
That
turn?
is an action.
Okay, you still got movement.
I think I am not gonna do anything else then.
All right. Well, now, like I was saying, at the end of your turn, we're back to the top of the initiative order. The flame does spread, and the wagon that you heard in the distance is now
Gone.
silent. But the flame spreads, and it is Ron Harlock's turn, who is blind.
You hear any
And my
screaming?
sword's on the ground.
And your sword's on the ground.
Do you have 2 hand axes?
Yeah, but I.
Throwing a hand axe
You don't
blind?
have to
No,
throw
you
them.
can swing
You
with a
can swing
hand.
them. You don't need to see
I mean, you put
it.
yourself in that position when you said, "I'm grabbing my hand axe," and I said, "Okay, but you got to drop your sword."
Yeah,
just-
I know.
There was an
Grab your
agreement.
other hand axe and swing. You're okay. You're fine. Weapons are your thing.
You know where your hand axes are.
Yeah.
Sure,
You don't
I'll
even look
fucking
normally
hand
when
off
you
this
grab
fucking
them.
turn.
You'd
Alright.
only give
Are
yourself.
you attacking with the hand axe on your
Yeah.
belt then?
Is
Yeah.
it the normal?
Alright, so you can wildly swing at it. I will say you're swinging with doubled or just disadvantage.
Yeah.
So you roll 2 dice, take a lesser.
12.
Fuck happened to the other one? I just had the whatever.
right there.
And 15, so 12 plus your proficiency bonus and strength.
You do
So
hit with the
5.
12
Oh,
automatically.
yeah,
Yeah.
then yeah, you
So
hit.
you're good. You
Dang.
swing wildly and you hit this
Swinging.
method in front of you with a hand
Swinging.
axe.
So it's d6 plus your strength.
Yeah,
Yep.
6.
Takes 6 damage.
Yep.
This method snarls at you. You don't see it, but you know you connect, and it connects in like its shoulder region, and it snarls at you angrily.
Some thick smoke.
And with that, I think I keep
Do you have
losing
any
my
bonus
initiative tracker.
actions
Sorry.
you want?
I just
So you got like
No,
It was the
it's
orc,
not.
but the orc's dead, so now it's Eon.
Eon's turn,
I
yeah.
accidentally closed my initiative tracker.
It's
One sec.
me.
Hopefully it saved it.
I'm gonna move over and just hit him with my quarterstaff. That is a 16 to hit.
That does hit. Roll
And
damage.
I'm using it two-handed because I'm not holding anything, so where's the fuck's an 8? That is 6 plus strength is 0, so 6.
The big hit. This thing is not looking great.
Not done yet.
They got a lot of health. Shit. They got more health than I do.
And I am going to do nothing.
All right, Lick's turn.
So to say earlier, I realized I fucked up. I do not get bonus action, those things, until 2nd level.
Oh,
I've
sorry.
not played a 1st level rogue in a very
All
long
good.
time.
We're not gonna retcon it now.
'Cause it's also something you get so early on.
Yeah.
That it's just like,
We're not
I
gonna
have this the
retcon
whole
it, you're
time.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, level 2 is basically level 1.
You would have had enough movement by this turn to get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna run up on this one. Stab it.
What a plan! Oh my god, I didn't see that
Run
coming.
up, run up.
I'm gonna
Stab it.
stab it.
You just hear footsteps. Or maybe you don't, you're a rogue, I guess.
Rogue's great. you stab it.
You'll never believe what I'm gonna do next.
Well,
Sneak
and
attack.
as a bird right now, those feathers, you're silent.
15.
Does hit.
Oh my shit on those.
You have advantage too because you're invisible.
That
so.
was with
Okay,
advantage.
just making sure. Don't want to deny you a crit.
7 damage.
7 damage. That's a pretty big hit. It is still standing as you stab it in the back
That's
with your
gross.
dagger.
Look at the sword, actually.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I just assume because rogues.
Yeah.
We're versatile, okay. You know what I am gonna do is, I forgot I have 2 weapon fighting. So what I am gonna do is take a dagger, throw it at that one.
Go for it. With advantage.
That is a 23.
That definitely hits.
And then I don't get sneak attack on that, unfortunately. But It gets 1 damage.
Dagger flies and nicks its wing. It kind of like leans to one side in the air.
I tried.
It lets out a.
And I'm just gonna kind of cool there.
All right. It is the bandit's turn. And
Oh,
now it
there's a
is
human
Limeric's
somewhere.
turn.
There's
Oh,
a human
yeah.
somewhere.
He's gotta
Lim's turn.
reload.
So what is that
Crossbow.
human doing?
I'm not gonna.
Crossbowing.
It's Lim's turn now.
The human not doing nothing.
Okay, seeing as how Ron Harag.
Is anyone bloodied? Can we tell?
He can do. Would I have to tell you that? How's that work? Is there like a?
It is something that we
It's a
just can.
DM.
They're both bloodied.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it would be
yes, they're
hard to
not
tell
bloodied,
with
but
a like smoke monster. So I'm going
the
to,
outline's a little fuzzy.
knowing that Ron Harag has been fucking like cindered over here. I feel like that's the priority to go help. So I am going to swing at this method with my dagger again.
Yeah,
You get advantage.
There's been a whole lot of nothing happening with Kara. No damage taken, no damage done.
I think that's hits, dude.
Yeah, it's,
But,
it's 16 before
Do
anything. so
yeah, do another one though, just to see if you crit.
15.
No, you still hit. Don't worry. Roll damage.
So anyway, start blasting.
None of you are playing Warlock. Shut up.
4.
4? A dagger swipes across the back, cutting this thing's wings. The smoke like dissipates for a second, but then grows back, and it is still standing, but not looking good.
Can I use a bonus action to like get Ron Harag's attention so he knows where it is?
I think
Talking is free, so I guess yeah.
Okay.
You can say a couple words, but that's all you can do.
I'm just big guy, swing at me.
Okay.
Okay.
Smoke Weapon's turn.
Like how we've taken to calling him big guy.
Smoke Method number 1 by Ronarog is swinging at Ronarog with its claws. That is a 19 to hit.
Damn.
15,
Mean
15
demon.
plus 4.
Yeah, you got it.
Let's roll some damage for the first time on my end.
You're
I deserve this!
I just healed it instantly.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, cool. So that is 6 damage to hit his claws rake across your chest.
Alright.
And then the other one
Spicy.
is going to do the same thing to Kara. Does a 21 hit.
Yes.
17 plus 4. And 4 damage rakes across your chest. Then it is Kara's turn.
Both of her spells have failed at this point. She's just been hit. She's just going to swing with her mace.
Sounds good. I mean, sounds bad. For...
Warhammer, I think what she has.
Bonkinator.
That is 18 to hit.
18 does definitely hit.
And that-
Can I say how convenient it is that all the squishy characters are currently invisible?
That
for
was
the
was,
first
and
fight?
the thing was, it was completely random. Like, I rolled a 70
It
on a
worked so
magic
good.
table, and it gave you guys all invisibility.
No, this
Oh,
is like
perfect.
top tier best level 1 fight. Because
Yeah.
I would be
Thank you,
down
oh my God.
immediately by
All right,
these smoke
1d8 plus
Roll it.
strength. That is an 8, so 9 damage.
Kara, finish it.
Fuck
Uh,
yes.
After all of these exchanges, she's become quite frustrated, and as she swings, slight upward tilt on it, and the smoke of his head just disappears.
And with that, it explodes into a 5-foot sphere of darkness.
Can I say this
Hell
is
yeah, brother.
conveniently the one who's missing half his head?
Period.
All right, with
Like,
that,
meant to
we are
be.
back to the top of the initiative order. It is going to be Ron Harag's turn. You are no longer blind.
Huge.
Alright.
But behind you, you notice that the entire back fort has been engulfed in flame, and it's starting to come up the sides now.
We gotta go soon.
You do not know how much longer this place will remain safe.
There's no more horses and carts, right?
No.
Okay.
Some of the junk's starting
Alright.
to burn too.
I am gonna pick up my sword.
That's bonus action.
Yeah, I'll take it. Still pick it up.
Bonus action.
And I am gonna roll the swing at that.
Swang!
Swang.
Team plus
Eight.
strength
Yeah,
plus
18.
proficiency.
Yeah.
That does hit.
Yeah, fuck it. Since it's gonna be the last combat, I'll use that inspiration.
See if you
Just
crit.
to see. Yeah, I did it. Yeah. All right. D10. 12. Yeah, that's 3 plus 3 is 6.
Ronharok, finish this smoke method.
All right. I am just gonna come straight down with my sword after picking it up. It's just like a smooth movement. He just like picks up, instantly stands up, and just straight down. And as I do that, I knock over the dice tower just straight to the floor.
That did happen, if anyone's wondering. That's what that was. With that, the smoke method splits in half, falls anime style into 2 equal pieces, and explodes into a sphere of darkness. And with that, you are out of initiative.
What about the?
What about
The invisible. Oh, shit!
Rest
gone.
in peace, soldier.
What about him?
He gone.
We don't know.
Had a
We-
whole
I will
plan.
say,
We ought to
at
be
this
gone.
point, the fire is spreading quite
I
rapidly.
would like to
Oh,
grab
go.
whatever I can
I would
see
like
and
to
run.
dash.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
fuck
I don't
outta
think you're
here.
gonna have time to
That's
grab. It was so essentially fire spreads like it can spread between like I think something and like 500 feet a round.
Oh.
So I was playing very like low stakes with that one, but now fire's spreading. It's eating wood. It's a house
It's
fire.
gotten into the
Yeah,
smaller
we're
pieces that have
running.
been broken. It's not the.
I'm
logs.
going to assume that you all are running. So all
Yeah.
we're gonna do is make a dexterity saving throw.
Huge.
Each of you.
I'm gonna give myself guidance.
Otherwise, you're gonna take some damage.
I'm
One.
definitely. I make it out.
You were closest to the flame. That makes sense.
I got 7 with guidance.
Okay, so starting with
Is that from the?
yeah, we'll
closest
start
to fire
with closest to fire, which is Ron Harag. 1.
1.
Okay, you are going to take
I feel like you
3
tripped.
fire damage as you get at least up to where everyone else is, but you do take 3 fire damage on the way through.
Yeesh.
Over here.
Yeah, and then who is next closest to the fire?
Can I
What'd you get?
give her a help action since I'm right next to her?
Yes,
I rolled a 1.
you will. You're still gonna take damage, but yes, and if you help, you're gonna take damage too, but it's gonna be less overall.
I'll take that off. I'll take that off.
All right, so you're gonna get out. But this is gonna be half. That's actually really big because I rolled a 6 on a d6.
Okay.
So you take 3 damage, both of you,
Okay.
as you catch up to the group. The rest of you do not take any currently, but yeah, because you guys are far enough away, so you don't even have to roll. You're good. But I'm gonna say you all get out just as it engulfs the entire fort. And I'll just move
The
this.
bridge starts to burn behind
Yeah.
us.
It doesn't really matter, but
Hey, you're moving us. It looks good.
yeah, I'm doing great.
We're burning
This is
bridges
all
out here,
burning.
everybody.
Yeah, this is all burning. But with that being said, you guys make it out across the bridge as the flame licks the very end of it and engulfs
Licks.
it.
The very end.
And as the sun is setting, or as the sun has finally fully set in the distance beyond the fort, the last rays have disappeared over the hill. All you see is the blazing inferno.
Do we see
Holy shit.
the cart?
You do not see.
It was
the cart.
invisible when it was leaving, anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
Best
we're
we can
not
do
invisible
is
anymore.
track it.
That's fair. We don't have any other directive right now.
That's.
Yeah.
I assume by now it's night.
Yeah, it is
If it was
fully.
dusk-
It is
I
fully
am-
night. Yeah.
Change the board.
I am feeling betrayed by Lydia.
Do you say this out loud? Like, were you talking about this, or like?
Yeah, like as,
We're not in an issue, so maps don't matter as much anymore. So I'm just
Yeah.
going to.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I cannot let Lydia get away with this.
Who is Lydia?
That bitch that was riding with me. You were at the front of the wagon. Don't worry about it.
I won't.
You just trust
Thank
someone
God that
you
guy's dead,
just
huh?
met on a cart ride.
He knew
It's
how to
been a
yap.
couple of days.
Yeah, you'd been in the car
chatting.
for
Okay.
2 days.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She's just. I didn't get to know the human, and like. Yeah, so I am going to hunt her down. I would appreciate if you came with me. At this point, I feel like we're in something together.
You do also remember, at this point, that you got that compass from the dwarf captain.
I will pull it out and tell the tale of the dwarven guard and how I also want to track Lydia down to avenge his death.
Right.
Think
It is
about
at
how
his
much
hand.
all that Arcanite's worth.
I'll also mention, I don't know who overheard that, like, before we even started fighting about, like, it was basically the opposite, like, order, you know,
Mhm.
kind of shit.
So you mentioned that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now you guys are all aware that this is a order that directly opposes the Dawnspire. You don't know much about them. You know that they are currently recruiting small villages, places that are disenfranchised.
If Lydia's still alive, potentially, we can get some more information out of her as well.
Information for what?
We'll talk about it
Okay.
Are you guys following the trail that you came in on, or are you
Yeah.
trekking something else?
I mean, we're
I
going
would
to try and
track
follow the
the-
tracks
I
of
imagine,
the
yeah.
cart.
The
Okay,
cart,
the
yeah.
tracks are going down the trail you came in on,
Okay,
obviously.
yeah.
So, with that being said, I feel like in the distance you hear thunder rumble, and you feel the first drops of rain start to come down as you're walking this path. It's about 30 minutes later when you realize that this rain is not going to let up. This rain is going to go all night. You need to find somewhere to hunker down for the night. So anyone who wants to can make a survival check
We'll make one.
to assist in finding somewhere to spend the evening.
Oh fuck! I closed the box.
So I do have a modifier. Nat 20.
Okay,
Well-
no one else
16.
even roll.
Yeah, not even.
For a
Close that back up.
23.
Licks, you in your expertise with survival and finding places to escape the elements,
Had to do
find
a lot.
a cave for all of you to bunker down in for the evening.
Do you still look like the Aarakocra?
Yes, I'm probably, once we get in there, going to kind of shift back into the form I was taking before.
At this point, I unwrap my face and hand you back your clothes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It's covered in mud. 'cause-
covered in mud.
There's a little bit of mud. Not
I'm
a
gonna
lot
like,
of mud. It
maybe
was
I'll, like
very
leave the
well.
clothes out in the rain.
And at this
I don't
point,
think I sweat.
you guys know that it's not going to lighten up at any point. You're going to be here for the rest of the evening.
Is
So
it
if
a
you'd like
cave?
to, this is the cave. If you'd like to bunker down, decide
we-
where you're sleeping, who's setting up camp, what's going on. Explain to me how you guys are setting up camp.
Well, I will be dancing at the cave entrance, not sleeping.
Yeah.
Watching the stars.
I think we should build a fire. We're all a little wet.
Mhm. I think, Lix is just gonna kind of start walking around grabbing materials. This is
I'm
very, like,
too
second nature to
excited
him.
about building the fire.
Are you guys talking about anything? Do you eat anything?
There may be an accidental firebolt the first time I try and light it.
What the hell just happened there?
Yeah. Same shit, different day.
I had a feeling getting involved with the government would be messy.
You
I'm-
have no idea.
I'm eating cave moss.
Sounds like a story.
I
then.
don't have rations.
Do you have to
Maybe
eat?
another time.
I don't know. It's glowing. I'm glowing, right? Is that the rules?
So I'm gonna fast forward past this point. Do you guys set up any kind of watch, or are you just all just going to sleep?
So
I would like to set up a watch.
So who takes first watch?
I'll take first one.
Okay.
Well, wait. So I'm alert and aware of my surroundings at all times. So does it count as a watch if I'm not sleeping?
It's up to you how you
I-
want to do it.
No,
Do
I'm
you
legit
sleep?
asking as DM. If I can see the stars, I can like just look at the stars all night and
It
not
is
sleep.
raining,
Mhm.
so there might
So
be
I
a
can't see
chance.
the stars?
There's no
You
stars.
can't see the stars, but
Okay.
there might be a chance at some point during the night that there's a break in the clouds.
Well, then I'll help take watch.
Okay, so we'll just take it in turns then. So Licks,
Yeah.
you take first watch.
Yeah.
The pitter patter of rain outside, the distant rumble of thunder shakes the cave slightly. You hear the drip drops of the water from the ceiling going down. Ron Harag snoring in the background loudly.
What's that sound like?
But
What's that sound like, Tom?
from the back of the cave, from the darkest corner of the cave, you hear,
Hello? Can you hear me?
Like quickly reach to like my side for my sword. Who's speaking?
Hello?
Show yourself.
nothing emerges from the darkness. And with that loud flatulence, there's no more voices.
I think he's just going to kind of like slowly go back to where he was sitting. Just looks very unsettled, staring. Kind of 1,000-yard stare kind of going on.
And you finish out your watch in that position, locked on the corner. Who's next?
Yeah, I was gonna.
It'd be up to you.
Yeah, I was like, just wake up someone. I
I'll
guess.
go. I offered earlier.
Okay.
You do notice that there's a break in the clouds,
Mhm.
and there's a moment where the stars are shining.
Eon,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Okay.
The rain stopped.
I'll go watch the stars and be vigilant and alert.
So during your shift, the stars in the distance, the dark night sky are twinkling, almost in a pattern that resembles words. You can't quite understand them anymore, but you know they're saying something just for you. And that's what you see during your watch. The rest of you take uneventful watches, but throughout the night, there are some dreams. Kara, you are dreaming that you are on a ship in a terrible storm. The ship is rocking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and you think you're going to fall overboard. And the ship is far too large for you to manage yourself, but there's no one around to help you. And you tumble into the waves.
Shit.
Lim, you dream of what seems like a faraway past. You're wandering through arid woodland, smiling for once. You hear voices saying, I wonder when they're going to be home. I miss them so much. As you open a door. But just as your hand goes to grasp the knob, it fades through the door. And you open it to an empty house. Ronharag, you are a child in your dream. Just a young man. Probably, I don't know how old are you right now?
36.
You're probably around 8 in this dream.
Okay.
And you're picking blueberries in a mountainside field. And you're laughing. You can't understand why you're laughing, but you look up to someone above you, and you see the silhouette of your mother smiling down at you. And she picks you up and holds you towards the sky. And suddenly, a shadow overcasts you both, and the whole field goes dark as you look up and see the silhouette of someone else. Your father. And with that, level up.
Now I get the thing with the thing.
And that ends this session of ValorBound. ValorBound is a Lost Cause media production. Thank you.
Lost Cause Media.